I know what you mean. It's late.
Hello, welcome to Give Me a Whole Yeah. This is the Give Me a Whole Yeah podcast. I just said that. I realised we're a little late. We just started chatting. We just chatting before the stream started, and we were like, oh yeah, we should probably go live. Talk to the people. All four of you that are here. Thank you. Michael is in. We're hoping that Sassy is feeling better. Absolutely. Hey Sassy. Sassy's enjoy the show. Plugging our memberships. We are so happy that you are joining us. Yes, we are. We're very happy. Thank you very much. And hello and welcome to the stream of SmackDown. Sassy, you do an amazing job supporting us, being our patron, being our moderator, doing everything that you do. We're lucky to have you. Also lucky to have Michael in the chat. And we will be back right after this message with our SmackDown stream for December 23rd, even though it's the 24th. It's Christmas Eve in the UK, but Christmas Eve in the US. We'll see you guys in a second. Let's have Evil Uno.
Hello, and welcome to the Give Me a Whole Yeah podcast. This is Evil Uno of the Dark Order. I hope everyone in Yorkshire and beyond are having a awesome day. Join Dark Order.
Yeah! All right, guys. We are ready for SmackDown. My stream's playing up, Sam. How's your stream doing?
All right so far. I've got a MetaQuest 2 advert so far.
Well, that's cool. I might be... Hopefully, I'll be catching up. But yeah, how have you been, Sam? We've been chatting a lot behind the scenes because we're launching something very special in the next few weeks. We will be launching something called WrestleSphere, which is Soundsphere Magazine's wrestling arm, which is inspired a little bit by what we do here on the Gimme a Whole Yeah podcast, but it's going to be a little bit more. We've used this term a lot, professional, quote unquote. Obviously, this stream, Gimme a Whole Yeah, is more about. It's more about sharing our unadulterated opinions. It's about having a laugh. It's about being a little bit critical here and there. Whereas the WrestleSphere is going to be a home for our interviews. It's going to be a home for the work we do with WWE, with AEW, with Impact Wrestling. So I've put a link further up in the YouTube comments for the WrestleSphere. Please do subscribe to that. Please do support us. If you come back to this afterwards and you're listening back, please go and check out WrestleSphere because we will be launching that in late January. And that is going to be a home once again for our interviews and that kind of content while we remain focused on Gimme a Whole Yeah on live stream. Sam, anything to add as we plug our forthcoming project?
Blimey, it's all I've thought about all week, mate. As you know from all the barrage of WhatsApp messages I've sent you at like 1 a.m. and things like that. So yeah, I think it's just a case of we've got Soundsphere. Obviously, we've got to Give Me a Whole Yeah. There's that space in the middle where we needed to put the wrestling news. And let's be honest, we interview WWE wrestlers, Impact wrestlers, AEW wrestlers. We want to continue to do that and do that more. And we imagine you guys would like to see that too. So, the guys you watch on the streams, us, you'll get to see us chatting to them and stuff like that. So, we've kind of got to do it. The time is now, and we think with your help, you as the lovely audience that we already have, we could make a real success out of it. And absolutely, I don't think we can't do it without you. So
absolutely, we need you guys. I've posted a link in the comments. We put a link in the community tab as well. So please do subscribe to that forthcoming channel from myself, Sam, and a few other people where we host all of our interviews and exciting content. So go check that out. We are currently opening up SmackDown, guys. What is going to open up SmackDown this week?
It better be Sami Zayn. That's all I'm going to say.
It is.
Better be Sami Zayn.
It is the Bloodline. It's Roman and the Bloodline. All right. Let's do this. Exciting, guys. Well, yeah, so Merry Christmas to you, Sam. Merry Christmas.
Oh, thanks, mate.
To the community as well, as we know that the Bloodline's entrance is going to take about half an hour. So basically, we have time to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to those that celebrate. As Roman Reigns, the honorary Uso, Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, and the Usos Wait, I said that. The Usos, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Sikoa, they all come out. Did you know that the Usos have had the most wrestling matches this year, Sam? I'm not surprised by that at all.
No, it sounds like the sort of thing it's so easy to believe, isn't it? Because they are workhorses, and they are going to go down now as one of the great. Because not only are they so marketable, they're bloody brilliant as well. And Ant's going to punch me when he sees me for saying this, but I sometimes think they are the tag team the Young Bucks wish they were sometimes, because they're the super kickers.
I agree with you. This is why we need to do this together, because we could have some right arguments. There'd be like stuff being thrown about. I agree with you.
I can't wait.
The Usos are such a better tag team than the Young Bucks. Oh my God! Somebody else
shots
thinks these
fired.
Things that
and here's the thing. I'm a massive AEW fan, probably even more than you. Like AEW has been the thing that's made me go to bed happy. That sounds really weird, doesn't it? Yeah. Over the past couple of years, since I've said this before, since Triple H took over WWE, I was way leaning towards AEW even more. But right now, obviously MJF as champion has got me super excited. But
that's great.
Right now, I'm all about SmackDown.
Man.
I hope.
I was going to say, we're coming off the best Raw of the year, arguably, as well.
Do you know what? It was bloody brilliant.
It was great.
Wasn't it good?
It was great.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed returning as well. Dan had a great showing, great numbers on his Raw stream as well. Thank you guys for that support as well. But yeah, man, sorry to interrupt you there, but yeah, it's been such a great product. There's some missteps, and the insiders will hate me for saying this. I think Bray Wyatt's return could have been handled better. I know that any insiders here will probably lynch me for saying that. Obviously, I do their Bray Wyatt stream, Abby's Window, every Monday, and we talk about Bray Wyatt there. But I think it's a little bit questionable how that's been handled. But pretty much everything else has been great. Even some of the cold returns. I'm still happy to see, Tegan Nox, whether she's not. Great to see her. Great returns have been back since Triple H, and again, a great Raw. We haven't said that in a year. SmackDown, though, since me and you have been covering it regularly, Sam, has been consistently great. As we now see the bloodline in the ring. Paul Heyman giving his credible intro to the bloodline. I love how he has the. Paul Heyman is a manager and he has the crowd in the palm of his hands,
Did you see when he evolved? It was just before WWE bought them, but they were very much a pre-NXT developmental territory by that point. I think something what's he called? Something Idol, Austin Idol. The rest of he's now Mercurio on NWA. Okay. He came out and started. Tried to cut a promo, a heel promo, but just started coughing. And then the lights went out, and Paul Heyman was stood in his place when they came back up. And Heyman cut an amazing promo all about the future of the business and where it's been. And I've gone back and watched it a few times. It was so good. But it's just, my point is, Heyman, like wherever he is, just the room stops and listens. He's even his old enemy and frenemy, Jim Cornette, thinks he's the best there ever was at this. Yeah. People
he's
like
amazing.
that. So
he's incredible.
Just no more. Just so you know, mate. Just because that one slipped through the net. The plan is we're going to do all the live streams and stuff on Give Me a Hole. Yeah, that's the place for that. We want WrestleSphere to be where our article, like there will be some stuff, but we want the WrestleSphere to be where our news, articles, features, and that sort of thing will be. Give Me a Hole. Yeah, is still Give Me a Hole. Yeah.
Yeah, still the live streams will still be dedicated here. We will be doing live stream news posts. We'll be doing news summaries every week. So we will live stream those. Obviously, we don't do those very often on here, but we don't want to take away from Give Me a Hole Yeah's core, thing, which is these live streams and the community that we've built. So the live streams will remain here, but we will be doing news, live stream news posts, things like that of the best news of the week, things like that. As Paul Heyman is promoting, the next week we will see John Cena return to team with Kevin Owens. Apparently, he's going to get smashed by Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns.
I think he is.
What a great tag team. What a great Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns Never thought we'd have that.
But it works, doesn't it? And it's almost like a car crash. You're going to drive slowly. You can't look away, but you know you should. I feel like it's going to be. Yeah, they're a styles clash, aren't they? But I love this whole Sami Zayn as the lieutenant thing.
It's
so
amazing.
cool.
Sami is more over than the rest of the bloodline.
He is.
Sami's more over than Roman right now.
And that can only mean one thing.
Roman is laughing. He's enjoying himself.
He's so good since he turned heel and won these titles. Yeah, Sami Zayn has to turn face at some point. He's too over to not now, isn't he? I love his hoodie. I want that hoodie. I've decided. I want a Give Me a Hull Yeah hoodie more, but I want that one next.
Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. That'll be your Christmas gift. I'll say out.
It was meant to be my birthday gift.
Oh man,
I'm teasing.
I got you some chip spice. There you go. That's my.
He gave me the chip spice right while we were in a restaurant eating, folks, and then I got that chip spice and put it all over my chips on the meal from somewhere else. That's how
amazing. We should have live streamed that, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we'll live stream the next one. Too much swearing for us to live stream that one, I think.
Yeah. Sami Zayn being given the room now to explain what's going to happen next week. Just want to say thank you to the 11 people that are with us. Please do like the video. If you can, subscribe. If you can, we appreciate it. It helps our community out. Sami Zayn says he should be on top of the world. It's the holidays. Sami wants some respect. And Sami wants a place to belong. And he finally has that, Sam, in the bloodline.
Oh, I suspect only until around the Royal Rumble. If things are going to break down.
Yeah.
But
Sami has found family. No. Sami has found family in the bloodline, Sam.
I don't think he's going to get any argument from Jimmy and Solo.
Sami. Everywhere loves Sami.
Look at Solo Sikoa. He just doesn't move. He doesn't blink.
I love it. Right, look at Roman Reigns. I think this is it. I think that's how they're going to do it, isn't it? Roman's going to get a little jealous. The bloodline are going to get a little jealous of how over Sami is.
But he helps them win, doesn't he? So they'd be silly to get rid of him at this point because he's gone from being a toady to being an actual having actual value. But I'm like, because you remember a few weeks ago, I was wondering if this is a master plan by Sami to get Roman's titles because he is the master strategist after all. But it can't. If they're turning him face and not the others. Then that can't be the case. But he was genuine.
So Sami Zayn cannot get rid of Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens isn't done with is done with Sami Zayn, but he's not done with the bloodline.
Is Roman into it? I can't tell. Is Roman into what?
I think he is.
Buying what
He's
Sami's
having a little laugh. He's having a little laugh, isn't he?
Oh God, he's going nuts. Go on, Sami.
Sami Zayn says, "We are the show." Sami Zayn says, "The bloodline is the show, guys."
Don't stand in front of Roman, Sami. That there foreshadowing.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. At least these days they do. So what do we think about the rumours of Vince coming back? I feel like it's something we should talk about.
We should probably discuss that, shouldn't we? Yeah. Yeah. What's it? Go on, sorry, Sam. What were you saying?
No, mate. I was going to say I'm kind of dead against it. I don't want to take any back steps. I think where it's the trajectory it's on is just right. And anything else would ruin it. So Vince, all I'd say is thank you for the memories, but leave Stephanie leave Stephanie in charge.
Yeah, thanks for the memories, but no thanks. Absolutely. Answering Michael's question, Sam, what are you up to for the holidays, mate?
Well, I'm gonna do what on Christmas Day. None of us practice religiously, but we love Christmas from a secular point of view. But we always go round my mum's. I should enunciate, I shouldn't say round my mum's on Christmas Day. We have some fun there. We bring the dogs.
Oh,
We always have Christmas dinner. Probably go for a nice walk. I will get disgustingly drunk, and we'll probably stay there till that midnight and roll home because we only live around the corner from them, which is cool.
yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, that's cool, man. Nice vibe.
So that's what we do every year. Now, Jess's family don't celebrate Christmas, full stop, and for personal lifestyle reasons. So Jess is a little bit of a nomad really at Christmas. So she comes with around to my mum's, and so that's. So like a lot of couples have to alternate between parents. We don't really do that. Jess comes with me really. I worded that horribly. No, she's not a nomad. She's just she used to go and hang out with her grandparents and a dad and people like that. But these days we hang out with her dad on Christmas Eve. We go to like an old working men's club in Lytham St Anne's. So she spent some time with them there. Then she's with me on Christmas Day. So that's it.
Nice, man. That's cool. I hope you have a wonderful time, and I hope everybody here has a wonderful time, whether you are with us now, or whether you come to us later, or whether you watch this back. We cannot do, as I took a deep breath there, we cannot do this without you guys. Give Me a Hug, yeah, will always be a huge part of my life, and obviously it has become a part. I forced it upon Sam. It's become a part of your life. We will always be here. We will always do these streams for as long as we possibly can, So, while we launch this new project, WrestleSphere, we will put a lot of effort into, to have a home for our wrestling interviews and things like that me and Sam work hard on. We will always do these live streams. We have so much fun with you guys. We have so much fun with the community. Sam, I think you became a bit addicted to it. I expected you after 1 week, 2 weeks to be like, nah, mate, nah, I can't. It's, 2 long hours, you've got a wife, you've got dogs, you've got all this other stuff. I've got loads, that's what I mean. Like, it's quite addictive. I'm still here after 4 years, 5 years of doing this. And I still love it just as much. And I think you've got that bug, haven't you, from what I can understand?
Yeah, you do get the bug. Like me and Jess were talking before about, we got to do this, got to do that. So busy, the stuff going on. And I went, I am working tonight, and she scoffed. And I went, what? And she goes, you love it. I was like, well, I love all the work I do, be it for Deserto, be it for Fit Over 30, shout out to them, be it for WrestleSphere, Soundsphere. I love everything I do. Doesn't mean it ain't work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's okay. So I have got the bug. It's hard not to. Like streaming is addictive. It's scary at first. It's overwhelming, but it is addictive. And Hassan, mate, I hear you, but there's not a match yet. So
we know what there is. We know it's going to be Hit Row versus the Usos. So I can actually do that for you, Hassan, and I will do that for you in a second. But we're just finishing up saying thank you guys so much, because we've been here a long time. We've been doing this a long time. We've had some wonderful opportunities, been able to work with some wonderful people, been able to live stream events from many different wrestling organizations, including one coming up with New Japan. But we're so grateful. We're so grateful as we hit the end of 2022, going into 2023 for you guys. And I will, on that note, I will do your vote for you, Hassan, and plug in whatever form it will be, our Best Wrestlers of 2022 stream that we're going to be doing on Monday. Or I'm going to be there. Anthony wants to do his own, I think, whatever,
I think he said he wants to do his own and then do ours.
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. I'm going to do mine on Monday. You can join me. Dan can join me. It's all good. I'm showing up on Monday at 9 p.m. UK time to do my top 10 wrestlers of 2022. Sam's going to be there. We're going to have a debate. Dan will probably be there too, because if I know Dan's very busy over the festive period. He ain't got no time to do his own video over this time. So as far as I'm aware, the three of us will be debating and possibly reflecting on Anthony's terrible picks because he basically has his tongue so far up Tony's bottom that we can't find him. So this is why we have Give Me a Whole Yeah. Remember, Sam? So we're possibly gonna have some different opinions to what Anthony does, because again he's so deep into Tony that he doesn't know where his opinions lie. Just so long as they're
AWPRs, if you're watching, this is anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love AEW,
Me
and
too.
I love AEW, and I respect Tony Khan, but I can observe when my colleague / one of my oldest and best friends perhaps loses some objectivity.
The amount of shots Ant is going to come on the stream in a minute and sort you out.
This is it, right? This is it. We're getting ready for Monday. I want Anthony to show up with his AEW prediction. I know he ain't gonna watch this, but if he does, I want him to tell me all 10 of his AEW, all 10 of his wrestlers of the year will be AEW wrestlers. All of them.
Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is on there. I know Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn was in there. Yeah, Sami Zayn was in there, which is rightly so. But every other wrestler will be an AEW guy, and we will give you a balanced, neutral list, I believe. Myself, Dan, and Sam between us on Monday, 9 p.m. And I will get us back to the action. I do apologize, guys. On now, we are seeing the Usos versus Hit Row. So let's do this.
Which is a match I never knew I wanted until right now. Oh, no, I don't want it anymore. That dancing. Sorry, Ashante. What was that? Never do that again. Never do that again. What was that?
You see, Hit Row for me was very centered around Swerve.
Yeah.
And I think Ashanti's very underrated. I haven't made up my mind about Top Dollar yet. But I think B-Fab is fantastic.
Yeah.
So, but Hit Row, maybe I might have repackaged them if it was me personally, but giving them a different gimmick. But that's just me. I don't think that. I think when we talk about cold returns, I would say these guys have been arguably the coldest return. I mean, Tegan Nox, you can make an argument for, rightly or wrongly, but I'm glad Hit Row are back. I'm glad they have jobs. I'm glad they have an opportunity, but they haven't really excited me so far. While you give your thoughts on that, Sam, I'm gonna do Hassan his vote as well. So I will
it's
get
just
on.
yours, mate.
Yeah, just for Hassan. Yeah,
no, it's not. No, I don't know. I obviously like there's a gaping hole where Swerve was. But I can't. I'm loving what he's doing after this week in AEW. I'm really into what Swerve's doing over there. So I'm not gonna like whinge. But yeah, I think like Hit Row are definitely redeemable because they got over. But I think they should have spent more. Come back in NXT and spent a bit more time.
That's
there,
a good
generating
shout.
A bit of buzz. Because I think I know they were on the main roster when they left. But that doesn't necessarily mean they have to come back on the main roster. And I'm a bit worried for Bronson Reed in the same vein. Bronson Reed has come straight onto the main roster.
I'm not worried for him at all. Apparently
good.
he was a priority hire for Triple H, and I'm not surprised.
Oh wow, okay, good.
In Joan, obviously myself
Jonah.
and Sam, we have a great allegiance, and you'll be able to see once again the only thing that we're really carrying forward from this channel, carrying over to WrestleSphere, will be our interviews. We'll be doing wrestler interviews exclusives over on WrestleSphere, and as you guys know from the content on this channel, Impact Wrestling have been very good to us over the last few years, and we love Impact Wrestling. And one of the because it allows wrestlers to thrive and wrestlers to build their reputation or rebuild their reputation even.
Yeah.
And I think Jonah had a fantastic run in not only New Japan but Impact Wrestling before his return, before he became Bronson Reed again. I don't know your thoughts on that, there, Sam.
Yeah, do you know, I'm a little bit. This might sound ungrateful, but I'm a little bit disappointed he's come back as Bronson Reed because I've been watching Jonah in New Japan. I've been watching Jonah in Impact, and I love that. Like they brought back his Jonah persona in WWE on the main roster. Like this isn't the Bronson, the happy to be there Bronson Reed that we saw in NXT. This is
Mm.
Jonah with Bronson Reed's name. It's an amalgamation of both. So I'm looking forward to it, but because it was that theme tune, that Ready for the War, that happened when he came out, all of that. He's just been brilliant. But yeah, I'm glad he's a heel. I want to see him smash people and then come up against somebody who it's worth him fighting. I like the idea of him feuding with Dexter Lumis, but
that's good. Yeah, for a period of time.
Yeah, but I don't really want Dexter Lumis to be hanging around with the Miz or Johnny Gargano anymore. I want Dexter Lumis to become either a dark babyface or a vicious heel. That's what I think. Anyway.
I think that he's in the dark babyface period right now, and I think again that vicious heel for Dexter Lumis could do him very well, because I think a lot of people go, Dexter Lumis, Bray Wyatt. A lot of people go, well, there's too many spooky weirdos, in wrestling, and I think but I think Dexter Lumis, if he could be that vicious heel to Bray Wyatt, supposed babyface on SmackDown, even though I don't agree with that. I think that would be great, and I think it's a good role for Dexter Lumis to be this kind of twisted heel, I would say. Jonah could, Bronson Reed.
He's got to be a monster.
Bronson Reed,
smashing people.
Bronson Reed will be the monster heel for this feud, and Dexter Lumis will be the dark face, the dark good guy for a few months longer, I think, before we see that twisted heel turn, if we do see one.
Because I think you can have multiple dark faces at once, or you can have, because let's not remember not forget the Attitude Era. We had like Kane, Undertaker, and Mankind at one point, who were all baby faces at the same time, doing similar shtick, but still managed to make it individual. So because you've also got Karrion Kross in the mix, he's a heel, I suppose. Like I want to see a dark face feud with a savage heel. That's what I want to see. But I want Lumis away from the comedy and away from this silly who's got the money gimmick. And even I like Gargano very much, but I want him away from Gargano. I want to pretend that the way never happened.
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. I totally agree with you. The way was great in NXT, but it hasn't necessarily translated. Well, certainly the Dexter Gargano stuff hasn't necessarily translated so well this time round.
No,
I would say.
The reason for that is Johnny wrestling again, and in NXT, in the way thing, he was a heel feuding with the babyface Lumis over that weird family story that they had, and let's just leave that gone far away. Because Austin Theory, that made Austin buried Theory a bit, where he's now as this vicious champion heel. I'm loving him. Sassy's going to hate me for saying it, but I'm loving what Theory's doing at the moment. Sorry, Sassy.
I think he's great. The bearded Theory is a badass. I think I love what Theory's doing. As we're seeing Ashanti looking pretty good here in the ring. Again, I'm not. He's probably my standout member of Hit Row these days, taking a Samoan drop from the Usos. We'll run through some of these comments quickly. Rest of the year, Mox, Sammy, Roman, Tony Storm, Seth Belair, Bailey, very similar to mine, these. Bryan Danielson, MJF, and if you want to throw in a tag team in there, FTR. FTR.
We never done
certainly one of the members has showed up in a couple of our lists of FTR. Mox Wrestler of the Year, 2 title reigns. Well, of course, you're going to go for Mox.
We saw that one coming, Sassy. We predicted that one, funnily enough.
Absolutely. So, Cora Jade and Chris Jericho in there. Chris Jericho's in there for a few of us as well.
Jason Fatu, that's a nice one.
Yeah, absolutely. MJF, FTR, Samoa Joe, Gunther, and Jay White. Gunther's in there a few times. MJF certainly as Hero hit the drop kick backbreaker there, or back body drop. Sheamus and Gunther. Yes, Sheamus is certainly in mine. Once again, guys, tune in on Monday right here on the Give Me a Whole Year Wrestling podcast, where I run through my top 10 wrestlers of the year with Sam and Dan giving their thoughts as well. Minoru Suzuki. Now, yes, Suzuki's had a fantastic year. Certainly,
Yeah.
an honorary mention. I think as top dollar now, showcasing the power. What's he do? Oh, yeah, that was
Super
that.
kick party.
That fell flat. That fell flat a bit. I think the top dollar slam thing. Now we're getting double super kicks.
Sorry, Young Bucks. They do it better.
Yeah, they
Shots
do.
fired.
Usos are like 10 million times better for me. And then 1D.
Oh.
1D, 2, 3. One and done. The Usos. Sami Zayn.
He's in.
Sami Zayn
What's he doing?
coming into the ring. B-Fab looking upset.
Giving his belts to his boys.
Yep. 523 days for the Usos, man. Massive.
The super kick. Let's see it again. Yeah.
Yeah, those double super kicks there. Again, way better than the Young Bucks. I'm really sorry to say it, but way, way better than the Young Bucks for me, personally.
B-Fab reminds me of Jamiroquai tonight with that hat.
I love that. I love Jamiroquai, man. Jamiroquai were the best. I had a friend who used to bodyguard for JK.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. Jamiroquai, yeah. Just from Hull. He had a bodyguard from Hull for a while.
Well, if you're going to have a bodyguard, you're going to have a gritty northerner to make sure no one messes with you.
Absolutely. Cool. So let's see what I'm excited to see what we'll go next. We're just recapping last week. Gunther and Ricochet. Obviously, last week I was in Portugal, but Dan did a cracking job covering SmackDown. What a ferocious match with Ricochet and Gunther. So these guys have had some fantastic indie matches over the years as well. So a great little circle for Ricochet and Gunther.
How cool is it going to be if they do the Brock Lesnar versus Gunther thing at Mania? Like, I'm so into that.
I'd love that. Yeah.
There's three things I love about that. The first thing is it gives Brock something to do that isn't chasing Roman Reigns in the Universal title.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Secondly, it elevates Gunther because he's facing Lesnar, so it's instantly a banger because it's two big guys.
Man, it'd be ace.
And three, because if Brock goes after the IC title, if it's still on Gunther, and I really hope it is, so Gunther has a long dominant reign. Brock going after the IC title and losing really or even winning actually, even really gets that title over and elevates.
Yeah, it elevates that title. Yeah.
So everything, because Triple H promised he'd elevate the mid card titles, and I felt like he wasn't doing it until now with Gunther and Theory now becoming a dominant champion with the US title as well. He's finally keeping that promise. It took him a while, but he's doing it, and I don't want anything to change. Just keep those belts on those two guys until Mania is what I say. Keep them on them.
Yeah.
No more hot potatoing those belts. Let's have some good reigns.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, interesting enough, talking about Brock, I saw some of the chatter online after the holiday promo that was aired this week. That apparently there's rumors of a Brock Lesnar Bray Wyatt feud coming up because of the holiday promo. Where Brock Lesnar, cartoon Brock Lesnar, ran over the White Rabbit in his tractor. So you know how wrestling fans talk, but so I'd like to see that because it was initially teased with the Wyatt family way back when in the Royal Rumble, actually many years ago when the Wyatt family ganged up on Brock Lesnar. So I'd like to see that. I'd probably like to see right now. I'd probably like to see Gunther versus Lesnar more, but if they would do the appropriate build for Wyatt and Lesnar, I'd be down with that too. As we're currently about to see a Gauntlet match featuring Emma, Raquel Rodriguez, Tegan Nox, Liv Morgan, and a few others there. So I'll make sure if you can comment on this as Emma is again. Great to see Emma back again. Not the most ferocious or or biggest pop for a return. But Emma, of course, to Neil Dashwood in Impact, in AEW, across the board to Neil Dashwood, has done some fantastic work. And great to see her back in WWE.
I was going to say, just before we talked about Emma, do you remember when Survivor Series, or we always did the Universal Champ versus the WWE Champion? Well, we had a time, I think it was a couple of years ago, where Bray was holding one and Brock was holding the other. And instead of getting the match with The Fiend versus Brock Lesnar, because they wanted to protect both guys, they changed it and they had Rey Mysterio face Brock again, and he just got squashed. So it was like, I was like, what a wasted opportunity. I wanted to see The Fiend versus the Beast. Writes itself. What's going on?
I mean, it does for us. Anthony would have hated it. Anthony would have hated that. But for us as sports entertainment fans, Sam, that does write itself, and it entertains us as well.
Well, I thought you could have best of both worlds there, because you could have Bray bringing the hokiness and the spookiness with the Fiend, and you could have Brock doing Brock. I only ever need Brock to do Brock. I don't need anything special. Just do what you do, Brock. I'd like to see that, and because now they're not really. Well, they'll probably do the Fiend again at some point, but I'm into the idea of it. Them doing that match. I do kind of hope they do Brock versus Gunther, because I do want a proper wrestling match between those two guys. I don't want sports entertainment for that at all. But I'm still open to the Bray Brock feud at some point. Totally.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Yeah. Did you happen to catch who was in the? We're doing your vote now. I'm just trying to work out who was in the match. I know it's already being taped, so I could look, but I'm not Raquel. So we have Raquel. Go on.
Raquel.
Raquel, Liv. So Raquel, Liv, Emma.
3 more. But we might have to wait till after the commercial, Hassan. If you can wait 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, if you bear to wait, we'll get it up for you as soon as possible. That's what she said. It is. It's good to be here, guys. It is 1:34 a.m. We are on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, and we are right here on the Give Me a Hole Yeah podcast on Christmas Eve. Me and Sam will be back right here again for next week's SmackDown, the 30th, New Year's Eve, or New Year's Eve for us.
Oh yeah, we
that
will.
time.
Yeah.
When John Cena returns to SmackDown.
Anthony has. I'll be on Monday. Sorry, mate. Go on. I'm thinking out loud.
It's all right. It's fine. Anthony will be here for AEW on Wednesday. Dan is having a Monday off, a well-deserved Monday off after the week of Dan he had last week, and also because it is a recap of the best Raw the best Raw moments of the year. So we will be missing Raw, but we are obviously we're replacing that with the top 10 wrestlers. So we will be doing that slightly earlier, of course, 9 p.m. UK time. So do tune in for that. We will be having some content on the channel on Monday as well. Zaya Lee, thank you, Sassy. So there's another one there. So let's do that. I think, unless I'm missing one, I think that's it.
You're absolutely right as well, Michael. You're absolutely right about Gunther. So I'll put that up again. So I only gave it a moment in time. I agree. I want them both to absolutely destroy each other. I want Gunther to chop the ever-loving you-know-what out of Brock. And I want Brock to Suplex City, the ever-loving you-know-what out of Gunther. And I don't really care who wins. Surprise me. Because I think everybody wins from that.
Oh, man, absolutely. Wins. Absolutely.
That is a match that's been written in the stars, in my opinion, for years. And I've wanted to see for years. It really is.
Absolutely. Right, let's do this poll then, guys, for Hassan and everybody else.
Because Triple H, I know you watch this podcast religiously, so make it happen.
Can you imagine? Maybe that.
Oh, Zia Lee looks terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, Zia Lee is out here. We've got Liv. We've got Emma. And who else we got?
See you later, Michael. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All that, mate.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, mate. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful time. All of our love to your family.
Join us
Oh,
Monday
yeah.
if you can. It'll be a bit earlier though, won't it? It'll be 9 p.m.
Yeah.
UK time.
It
So I'm
will
not
be,
sure
yeah.
where you
It
guys
will
are.
be. So yeah, it was Xia Li last week on SmackDown. A lot of people thought it would be was going to be Sasha Banks, but it was Xia Li.
Yeah, I'm glad it's Xia Li. I've been wondering what's happening to her for ages. Candice LeRae's in there, mate,
Oh, Candice as well.
and Sonya
Right.
Deville.
Okay. So who are we missing? Because we can only fit 4 people in the poll.
Oh, dude.
So I'm going to actually take Emma out. And I'm gonna, because I think the people that have I mean, I know it's pre-taped, and I could find out, but I think the most legit people in here are Liv, Xia, Sonya, and who else? I'm having a brain. It's too early. It's too early in the morning. Whoever else is in it.
He's got a snag, Sam. There's too many people in it. Flipping YouTube can't count to 6. But
Hang on.
oh well.
Hang on.
They've been pushing Xia Li to them, marketing her return quite a lot, haven't they? So
Yeah, they
I think
have.
she could do well here.
I think Raquel Rodriguez could do very well. Absolutely. Let's have a look. I'll just put the poll in there with the people with the people I've got in, because I'm struggling. The tiredness has just hit me. So we're gonna put Emma back in there because I know Emma's in there. So
We're gonna have to make do tonight, Hassan. We have to make do because he's excited. Santa's coming down his chimney.
there you go. So we've got Xia, Liv, Sonya, and Emma in there. Whoever else is not in there, I've missed out. I do apologise.
If they win
Raquel.
now.
Well, yeah, no, of course. Yeah, Raquel. I missed Raquel out. Well, there you go. Who's going to win? This is going to show who's seen the spoilers and who hasn't. Xia Li has destroyed Emma.
And here comes Tegan.
Oh, Tegan Nox as well.
See, oh yeah, I didn't even see her on the thing, but yeah, here she is. What is that hair about, Tegan? That is a clash of colours.
I love it. Tegan Nox taking it to Xia Li now, guys. I will add. I realised I can add everybody else to the banners. So if Sam, if you carry on with calling the action, and I will add the remaining names to the stroller on the bottom.
Here we go. So Tegan's going up top. What are we getting? Crossbody? No, not. 2 count.
Nice.
These are 2 returning stars-ish. You know, they're not massively over yet, so it's hard to predict who's going to win this one.
Yeah, I mean, to me, they've.
Lee's been vicious.
It's difficult. It's difficult. If I was booking it, I'd push Xia Li, but of course, Tegan Nox has just returned as well.
I wish they do, by the way. Thinking of Xia Li, I wish with her Boa and the what was it Li Ming?
Yeah,
they did on NXT.
Yeah, that was cool. I love that.
Throne. I did.
Super goth as well. I loved it. I was like, that was my vibe, man. You know, I loved it.
Like they've got rid of. I think they did it to kind of compete with Su Yung, because who is just a phenomenal.
Yes. Love Su Yung.
Like that. Su Young's entrance used to terrify me.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And I think that particular thing NXT was doing was aping that a little bit, and that was scary too. Like when she never moved off the throne. That was that was really spooky.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that on the main roster. I don't get.
They tried to repackage it, didn't they? You know, they repackaged.
As someone who wears PJs and sleeps all the time, what is that about? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I also love. To be fair, I love that gimmick too.
Do you? I can't bear it. I can't bear it. I don't understand who it's for. People who we're supposed to believe she's a professional fighter in PJs. Like,
I mean, you could do anything in PJs these days, man. You know. I mean, you could do it. I've got a little foot blanket on right now, and I'm hosting a wrestling podcast. You know, you can do anything.
Oh, you should see my new slipper socks. They are the greatest.
Yeah, man. Emma just bought me this thing that I could just put my feet. It's got a little heater on it, and I just put my feet in it. It feels like I'm having a hug on my feet. It's the best. And I can only imagine that your slipper socks are just like that.
They're so cool. They're so nice. Because I always have really cold feet. You know, when we're doing a stream, because I'm in the annex, so it's like it's really cold in here. There's no radiator in this room. There's one over there, like 6 feet away over there. But in this room with the door shut, it can be a bit cold unless I've got my little heater on. But these slipper socks, divine.
Yeah, they're the best. They make you happy. Good.
There you go, guys. This is what you tuned in for. It was bins the other day. Today it's slipper socks. So if you haven't watched them talking about bins for straight 20 minutes, go and do it on the other stream.
Yeah.
Was it Wednesday?
Yeah, we're very excited, very excited for a very busy but very festive week. And we've had a great time on the podcast recently. We're very lucky to have you guys, whether we're talking about our socks, whether we're talking about our feet being warm, our bins. I don't know what that was about. I just woken up. I promised to go see Anthony, so all I was doing was popping in and fulfilling a promise to him, and then he bullied me about bins.
Payback on Monday. Payback on Monday.
Yeah, exactly. Payback on Monday. Although on a positive note, I've just been reminded that I have a donut right here next to me, which I'm going to eat right now.
Oh, what a buzz.
Oh, man. Living the dream, man. Life is good. Yeah.
Love donuts. Oh, yeah, look at that. What is that? It's like an Oreo one.
It's like a white chocolate and cookie bits. Amazing.
I'm going to go get some donuts tomorrow.
It's I reviewed these donuts on my donut blog, actually. If anybody fancies checking that out, I have a donut blog. It's called Dom's Delicious Donuts, the Triple D. And that's where I review donuts from America and the UK.
Now I think that's all a big scam to get free donuts. I will review these donuts for you guys. Send me all the donuts.
It has worked once, yeah.
I wish I'd thought of that.
Yeah.
I might do it with kebabs.
There's still time, man. That was weird. Xia just did like a roll up to the outside to Raquel. That was really odd.
When did Tegan Nox get eliminated? I've been watching intently.
That must have been over the break.
Oh. Did anybody see that, or am I just? Were we rabbiting on about?
If you missed it, I missed it too.
Oh right, that's weird.
Oh no, we did we did see it before because Raquel came out before the break. I can't remember what happened. But so Raquel did come out before the break.
I must be tired. Either I've missed something, or I'm more tired than I thought. Got to spend all day catching up on wrestling. Got to watch all the AEW stuff.
Nice.
Haven't seen Dynamite yet. I've seen you and Ant doing the stream, but I've not actually seen the episode, so I really need to. And there's Rampage to watch tomorrow, which will be awesome. See, I think Raquel will win this. Xia Li's been through a couple of people now, fatigued.
They seem to be really pushing. They seem to be really pushing Raquel as well.
Good, because she could be another Rhea Ripley.
I agree.
Bang! Is this Xia Li's out? No, not yet. She's not going away. If Xia Li beats Raquel, I'll be very surprised.
I'll be very surprised. Yeah.
I'll be into it though. It'll make her look very strong.
Yeah, who's the champion at the moment? Though we've got Ronda, right? Yeah, so they need a heel. Yeah. They need a face, and Raquel's a strong face. And obviously, Raquel also has that history with Ronda and Sonya.
The arm brace. Yeah. Because if she wins with an arm brace, that's a gutsy babyface thing to do.
Yeah. Nice kick missed by Xia Li, and a big power bomb. That's the Raquel bomb. 1, 2, 3. Raquel is done.
Here comes Morgan. Are we going to get a crazy Morgan? What's with all the
Hardcore
gifts?
Morgan.
What's with all the gifts appearing at the moment? I'm seeing everywhere. Liv Morgan smacking a bum at everyone. What's that? What is that?
What do you think that is? That's the internet, Sam.
Yeah, that's a good quote. That's a good answer.
That's the internet, and that's the majority of the male audience.
I've seen it about 8 times on
dudes that look like me and you, but we fortunately managed to escape our basement, or rather our parents' basement. Raquel Gonzalez. I've just realized Raquel Rodriguez has rock boots on, like Brahma Bull boots.
Nice, so she does.
Anyway, yeah. So it's the majority of wrestling audience, all dudes, who just want to look at Liv Morgan smacking a bottom. I think is where that comes from.
I can remember Jess and I were giggling because when we were at Clash at the Castle, there were some dudes behind us from Liverpool, and they were all talking about Liv Morgan and how much they fancied her and they were obsessed with her, and we were just like. This is when when you've been married for too long and you miss talking like that. Or you haven't done it in a very long time. I remember just thinking I've not even like they're thinking of things and saying things that I feel too old to think and say.
Oh yeah, no, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. I do it with like occasionally just for comic effect, but yeah, but yeah, just I usually just drop little hints, nothing incriminating, you know.
Well, you'll remember that day we all stopped with Zelina Vega.
Zelina Vega, of course it was. That was it, Zelina Vega.
But that wasn't us being pervy in any way. That was just we were all just stunned by how gorgeous she was.
We were observing. Yeah, we were intently observing, weren't we? As hardcore Liv, hardcore Morgan is choking out Raquel, and Chunty is in. Hey, how you doing? Saying Raquel. Yeah, a lot of people saying Raquel. Raquel powering out of Liv Morgan's chokehold, putting Liv down.
Oh, go away, commercials. Go away.
I know, right?
I'm not into it. I'm just going to go and have a quick toilet visit,
no worries, mate.
And get my other beer.
No worries. You go and do that, man. Look after yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your wee.
I'm not going far.
Oh, okay. Guys, it is a pleasure to be here. I do say this a lot, and I will continue to. As we approach the end of the year, and I've had a nice donut, and I'm pretty sure I've got some of it in my beard. We're living the dream, man. This is great. Got bits on myself. There you go. We're living the dream. This podcast is, it's enabled us to do some cool things. It's enabled us to flex our hosting muscles and chat to you guys and meet people from all over the world. So we're very, very grateful at 1:50 a.m. UK time that you guys are with us. You guys want to spend your time with us. You could be watching spoilers. It's been pre-taped, this show. You could look at the spoilers. You could be watching anybody else who's doing a SmackDown live stream. So we're incredibly grateful to you. So thank you so much. Again, we're hitting the end of the year, and we're so happy. We're so happy to have you guys. Chunty, welcomed by Sassy. Yes, we welcome you all. We're very lucky to have you once again. I keep saying this. It's because I'm overtired and because I'm knackered, and I haven't had enough tea. I've started drinking nighttime tea, so it's not caffeinated. Because I actually want to sleep, But yeah, we're deep into SmackDown now. We got just over an hour left. Like I say, it's gone pretty quickly. It's been pretty good so far. Hey man,
I found
How's
bourbon
your week?
creams.
Oh, bottom creams. Good work. Good work.
Whole
great
packet in the cupboard.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
the best snack for podcasts is biscuits, man. Yeah,
Your donut maybe one.
yeah, man. Yeah, I've got a real big sweet tooth. I don't know if anybody else in the chat has a sweet tooth, but I love sweet stuff. I'm such a big fan of like donuts, cakes, things like that.
I'm a savoury guy until I see someone eating a donut and I want the donut. So
Yeah,
but bourbon creams will do.
yeah. Big superplex by Raquel Rodriguez there.
What's her facial expression?
Yeah, that was great. Liv was like, "Ooh!" Once again, I love Liv's facial expressions. I got to see her up close and personal just because of the charity stuff that she was doing at Clash, and she was very entertaining. She's just a very entertaining person to watch.
It's a sad thing for me to admit, but Jess watches Total Divas, Total Bellas, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because she's married to a wrestling fan, so she watches all of that. And Liv Morgan came across as nuts on that. Like absolutely mental. That she like at one point she's steps on a seeing enemy and hurts her foot and ends up in A&E, and it's like got ER to some of you guys. And I remember just thinking, if this is real, she's mad. Like she's crazy. But
yeah.
Another bourbon cream.
Enjoy, man. Liv Morgan stomping on that injured arm of Raquel, getting a little bit heelish there. Here's Liv. Nice drop kick by Liv to Raquel. One. Took kick out by Raquel. And what's this? Liv's got a submission. Don't often see this from Liv. Like, what is that? The Rings of Saturn. That is the Rings of Saturn. It's Perry Saturn's submission. Interesting.
Oh, savage.
Liv now slapping Raquel.
Last one for now.
Raquel now powering up. Man, Raquel Rodriguez's strength is insane. Oh, and a slam, a low slam, but Liv apparently got her knees up there. Liv Morgan now trying to outpower Raquel. So I'm not going to work. Raquel's
no. I'm back in the room now. No more biscuit eating for a bit.
It's all right, man. You enjoy your biscuits.
You made me hungry with that donut. That donut looked bloody divine.
Oh man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Raquel 1, 2, kick out by Liv. Liv showing resilience here. Again, the power of Raquel. Definitely, you could definitely see them positioning Raquel as the kind of new kind of Ronda Rousey type figure, new Rhea Ripley, like you said earlier for SmackDown time.
Liv Morgan and Raquel good friends backstage in kayfabe?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So that's because these two are battering each other, and obviously they both want to win. It's a competition, but this is interesting. Like, will this factor into that storyline at all? And if one of these wins, will the other one be annoyed?
Yeah, interesting. I would hope so. I mean, obviously, if Raquel wins this, then she'll move on to, at least in the short term, a World Championship program. But I'd love to see Liv as a heel. I would love to see Liv as a heel.
Yeah. I'd love to see her as a spoilt brat kind of heel. Furious that it's not gone her way.
Yeah, I agree.
A bit like how Cora Jade is being in NXT at the moment.
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
While you're here, folks, if you're watching live or if you're watching on YouTube after it's recorded, go ahead and like us on YouTube and subscribe and like us on Twitter as well. And while you're there, go and have a little look at WrestleSphere.
There you go. Nice little plug. There we are. I'll make sure that the link goes back in the description as the Raquel bomb does the job. The Raquel power bomb has beaten multiple people tonight. Xia Li and now Liv Morgan has taken the loss.
Here comes Sonya Deville looking like
Sonya
a bad guy
Deville.
from the Matrix.
Yeah, Sonya Deville.
I meant to ask you, Dom, what do you think of Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair?
Mate, I love it, don't I? I love it. I'm such a fan of Bianca Belair, especially since I met her and got to do a couple of interviews with her at Clash. I think she's an incredible talent. I think she's carried the women's division for WWE. Whatever you think of the WWE's women's division, has certainly carried it this year. But obviously, me, I love that. I love that. I love the hokey stuff, man. But I'm more interested in Alexa's stuff at the moment on Raw than I am Bray's, which is it's a little bit telling. They should have had Bray in the ring by now. I think they should have had him doing something physical. God, go on.
Sorry, mate.
Did you see the Shining Wizard? The Shining Wizard from the near fall from.
I was gonna say you finish first, but I need to know what you think about the Uncle Howdy laughing at the end of SmackDown. I can't believe we've not talked about it all week.
No, we've not. Dan covered that. I'm fine with Uncle Howdy being a separate person. I've said that numerous times that if it provides a job opportunity for a Bo Dallas or a Vincent Marseglia from Ring of Honor or an Impact, Dutch from Ring of Honor, if it provides one of those guys with a job, then cracking, fine, that's okay. If they do something into a storyline, that's great. But that was too much. Too much. I go on.
Because I thought it was really creepy at first, but then it went on too long, and I couldn't figure out what was Bray doing in the ring. What was that? And then it went on way too long.
I almost think he thought it was going on too long, and maybe there was some miscommunication beforehand or whatever, because I'm not sure it was supposed to go on that long. Sonya Deville has a really strong arm lock on Raquel Rodriguez there. I almost thought there was some miscommunication there, perhaps. I don't know that it was meant to go on that long, but it certainly did. And I think it was a minute of laughter, a minute of the Howdy figure, doing that, that kind of laughter thing. It was a bit much as Raquel beats down all competition, and we saw. Oh, is there anybody? Oh no, it's Ronda Rousey. Okay, so Raquel Rodriguez gets the win there.
Interesting. So Raquel to win now completely, do you reckon?
No, I don't think so. I think Ronda retains. I think we're going for Ronda versus Charlotte eventually.
Here's Shayna. I mean, this match, Raquel to win against Shayna here.
Oh, right. Oh, this match, right? Okay, yeah. No. Shayna's going to destroy Ronda. Shayna's going to destroy Raquel.
Oh wow! Straight on the arm, on the kicks.
Yeah.
Shayna looks great.
Yeah, Shayna. Apparently, Ronda makes her own rules here. As Ronda is
taking off the brace.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can't win now.
This is. Oh no. Oh no. Shayna destroying the arm of Raquel there. Holding that arm brace high is Shayna. 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? Raquel got the roll up.
Oh
Raquel got the
God!
roll up. Wow. Raquel got the roll up, beating Shayna Baszler from behind. Wow. That is something else, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
What a surprise. The broken elbow of Raquel Rodriguez somehow magically allowing her still to get the roll up. I mean, it's a great story to tell, I suppose.
well,
Great
yeah.
story
It's
to
like
tell. Going into SmackDown next week, we're gonna have a great show next week, Sam. I think.
yeah. Well, you said a babyface needs to win, didn't you? She was the like after Liv. It sort of had to be
Yeah.
her. So
Oh,
and yeah, Raquel needs to. Oh, here we go.
yeah. Okay, so we're getting a recap. LA Knight with both of them doing the Uncle Harper, Luke Harper, Brody Lee tributes. That was good. That
Yes.
was cool.
There's Bray.
Here he comes.
Still rocking the Cthulhu look.
Yes.
Yeah, so it went on a bit too long. I think he should have come out, laughed, and gone back in, or just the light should have gone off.
Exactly. Yeah, or it cut out. Yeah.
I'd love to know what happened because it went to commercial, and then they just came back like nothing had happened. So I'd love to have known what in the crowd. I'd love to know if anyone was in the crowd what happened after he came out and laughed. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I liked it at first because it was striking, it was scary, and
yeah.
But why is Bray laughing? Because I thought he's feuding with Howdy somewhat, or is he not? That's the question, Because I've said it before. I trust Bray Wyatt and Triple H to do this right.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't let me down.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Oh.
So they've shortened it down. Bray Wyatt is going to be going to be live. Up next.
Nice.
Was Bray Wyatt vindicated by that? I don't know about that, Sam. We'll have to see. And there is the Wyatt logo, seeing us into a Nature Boy promo, seeing a Ric Flair promo on WWE television. Good to see that. Obviously Ric Flair. Recent months rather, not had the closest relationship with WWE. So it's good to see him back.
I sometimes think Ric Flair himself doesn't know in his own life what's kayfabe and what's real. Do you know what I mean? He's so used to being a wrestler. Kayfabe and reality have bled into one. I sometimes feel for him.
Absolutely. One of the greatest pleasures in my journalistic life was interviewing Ric Flair. I always tell the story of how he couldn't understand my Yorkshire accent at first. Didn't quite understand what I was saying, but still a great moment for me from a career point of view to do that. Lovely man as well. Very polite. One of the biggest egos in wrestling, and
there've been a few.
Yes, a great star. I watched his. In fact, it's one of our most popular streams. Actually, is the Ric Flair's last match that we checked out. So for what it was okay. I mean, obviously the rest of the card was great. Had Killer Cross on there before he returned to WWE. But yeah, so there is actually a stream of that. If anybody wants to go back and revisit that at any time, you can do that right here on the Give Me a Holiday podcast. Sam, I'm just gonna take a moment to rejig my foot, my feet thing, my foot blanket.
He's rejigging his feet.
Rejigging my feet. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
It's just me. We can say what we want. Yeah, so on Monday, I think it's all four of us are meeting at 9 o'clock UK time. I think Ant is joining as well, but I think Ant also wants to do his own video revealing his top 10. We'd be all for it. I think it's just a case. I think me, Dom, and Dan might struggle to find the time. I think at the moment. I know I certainly will, because from tomorrow onwards, it's pretty full on. I want to spend a little bit of time relaxing, but the rest of it, I've got presents to wrap and stuff like that to do. So I could tweet it out perhaps, or just save it for Monday. But we've all got we've all seen each other's lists, by the way, and we've already started whinging at one another. So I think that's going to be way more entertaining on stream than it will be anywhere else, because there's going to be some AEW versus WWE stuff. Nothing toxic, but there's probably going to be some one versus the other. I think I've got a fair mix on my list. I try to consider WWE, AEW, even Impact, the NWA, MLW, New Japan. I try to include everybody on mine, but it's very hard to do for a top 10 list. But I have gone out on a limb and put a few people on there who people might not expect to be on there. But it's my list, that one. That's very much my list. So it's not right or wrong. It's just a case of those are my top 10. And there's some obvious ones in there. Like I've put Bray Wyatt in there. I think I'm the only one who did, not even Dom. Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn. Actually, yeah, I'll tell you my list now if I can remember it all. Yeah, so Bray Wyatt, Sami Zayn. This isn't in order. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, mainly due to the Hell in a Cell thing. Who else have we got? I've put Tyrus from the NWA on there because him winning the belt was a massive deal. I put Josh Alexander on there for Impact Wrestling because the guy is just phenomenal. Claudio Castagnoli I've got on there as well. Bailey. I think I'm missing somebody. So, but yeah, I think I've given you 9 of my top 10, I believe there. Oh wow, we got zoomed in on then. That was glorious,
man. The Bray Wyatt. You see this code orange theme. They've nailed this. If they've not nailed anything else about the character, the code orange theme is fucking glorious. I love it.
So this is so weird. I'm more into the Bray stuff than you are at the moment because
you are absolutely, and it's a sin for me to say that as one of the insiders. For anybody that does join us from over there, of course they are. They have the most dedicated Bray Wyatt show on YouTube, weekly show on YouTube. They've been doing that for 2 years now, and it's a pleasure to be there. But I am the voice of reason. I like to say the devil's advocate. While they are very quick, of course, as you would imagine. Yeah, I'm not the hater. I appreciate and respect Bray. He's my favorite wrestler. I love him. But I haven't seen him wrestle. I haven't seen him wrestle. So
I don't know. I'm sorry, mate. You finish your point, and I'll say mine.
No. You go ahead, man. I could talk. I'll talk about Bray Wyatt all the time.
Well, me too. Do you remember when he did come back and we were all bouncing on our seats on that stream?
It was still my favorite moment of the year. Still my favorite moment of the year in wrestling. They nailed that return. Absolutely nailed it.
So I said on that stream, I don't mind if I don't see him wrestle until the Royal Rumble, and I sort of stand by it. Like I'm looking forward to seeing him doing it, but I don't mind if they take their time and do it right. I don't
You see. I love that. I love that about you. I love that you wanted to see that. And that's great that you want the long-term storytelling. I hear this a lot. Everyone wants the long-term storytelling, but practically, it doesn't work on a TV show. Like of course, I'm a big fan of long-term storytelling, but unfortunately, it doesn't work on television. If you're doing a weekly TV show, it has to be, like the Bloodline stuff is comedic. It's usually 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. It's got drama. They Bloodline is the most entertaining thing in wrestling, but whereas this is dragging on and dragging on, and I love Bray Wyatt. Easily the most creative mind and the most interesting character I've seen since Mick Foley, since Mankind, in the Attitude Era. But this has been dragging on too long for me, even for me,
Fair enough.
And
No, I do get it.
I was clamoring for a Bray Wyatt return. I've been clamoring for a Bray Wyatt return for a year and a bit. I've been begging for a Bray Wyatt return for a year and a bit. I'm so happy when he returns. It'll be one of my favorite wrestling moments of all time. Will be that return.
But would you now want to see it?
Hang on, Sam.
Oh, we have to hear him talk. Yeah.
Bray Wyatt saying it's nerve-wracking, surreal, feels surreal. People are excited to see him. He doesn't understand why people are excited to see him. Obviously, the Fireflies in attendance, Sam, they very much are.
Oh, that's an amazing point, Nomar. Yeah. If Vince came back, this would die.
Yeah.
He'd fill it with silliness straight away, and it would just die.
It would. We'll address those points in a second, Norma. So, LA Knight didn't believe him when he said that it didn't touch him, that Uncle Howdy was a separate person. Bray Wyatt is not Uncle Howdy. He never was. He's stuttering over his words. Trying to think about what Uncle Howdy is. Lost his train of thought. Is this part of his character? We love Bray. We love Bray. Just what's happening here. The cameraman is in the corner there. He's lost his train of thought. What's going on here? He's having a moment.
What the hell?
What's going on here?
You might be getting your wish. He's killing a camera. Oh my God.
What's this? He's got the mandible claw on the cameraman.
Adam Pearce is getting his steps in this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's never out. This is good. Like, we're seeing him interact with Pearce and stuff. This is good because I feel like he's been on an island.
Okay. So mandible claw.
The ad just ruined it.
Okay, all right. Bray Wyatt with a mandible claw to the cameraman. So he started thinking about Uncle Howdy, and then he lost his train of thought. He's not used. We got that, some interesting thoughts. He's not used to seeing people happy to see him. Crisis of confidence stuff there. Next week will be an exciting episode. I think there's going to be a lot of eyes on it because of John Cena's. Yeah. Next week's episode will be interesting because there are a lot of eyes on it because of John Cena. So that, let's see what they do with Bray. There.
I've just thought, of course, WrestleMania. Go back to a few manias ago. Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. That it wasn't a match, was it? To be fair, it was Bray Wyatt deleting John Cena from his career.
Oh yeah, yes, of course, yeah, it was. It was the Firefly Funhouse match. That was right.
Yeah, and it was like lots of people absolutely hated it, but I
loved it.
There's a lot to love, and that was such a weird WrestleMania because with the height of the pandemic, they could have no crowd. So doing stuff like that, I thought it made sense because there were some good matches on that card, but because it was such an empty, quiet room, a lot of it fell flat. So But my point is, there could be some fallout from that. Is Bray going to go back after Cena? And because Cena made fun of that a little while ago when he came back, because he wasn't expecting to see me, were you? I was deleted from time, and broke the fourth wall a little bit. So it'd be cool to see if there's any reckoning between the two of them there.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. The Bray Hardy story is a good reason to keep Vince on the outside. I think he would muck up. Will hopefully be a really cool storyline. I agree with you, Norma. I do, but like I say, I have inherited because of my profession, because of being around a lot of young people. Emma's two boys, and just kind of that sort of. I do a lot of work with young people as well as part of my job, and they have this whole thing of like being on their phones all the time and kind of wanting things quickly,
What?
You can have a champer clap for that, Sam. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So I have no idea what you were saying. I was on my phone. I'm ordering something on Amazon quickly.
I've inherited. That was my actual point. So it was very clever because my actual point was that I've inherited this thing from like the younger generation that that I've been around through work, of like being on my phone quite a lot, and sort of the attention economy that we live in now, where you can have everything instantly, just like Sam there ordering something off Amazon.
I'm joking. I wasn't really Amazon. I was just taking the mickey.
It's okay. No, I got it. We're just recapping now. Bray Wyatt attacking the cameraman. It was a cool thing. We haven't seen that very often.
It was good. So we just instantly saw him snap and like a wild animal. I love it.
Yeah.
See, this is the sort of thing I mean. Like, if I was going to ask you before Bray started talking, two things. You've got to pick one. Do you want WWE to just go, do you know what? This has been going on too long. We're just going to throw him into a match. Or do you want them to hold their nerve and do what they're doing and put him in the right match, whenever that may be? Because I want the latter.
Yeah, no, I do want the latter. If you quiz me on it, yes, that's what I want. But okay,
so we've gone from that visual to those two lounging around.
Yeah, to the Lotharios, Los Lotharios, they call
Los Lotharios.
Right. So apparently, Bray might be suspended because of that, which I'd be interested to see. But yeah, that's the thing. We live in the attention economy,
instant gratification.
Instant gratification. Yeah. So I've inherited that. So I expect things to have quick payoff. So even for me, as a massive Bray fan, this is taking too long. But then, is it? Is it taking too long? That's the question, isn't it? I mean, in fact, let's do a little poll. Let's do a little poll, a quick one for 5 minutes.
It's your lucky day.
Yeah, let's do a little poll for so we'll recap the end of that last one, and then I will do a poll for Rey Mysterio and Los Lotharios. So 77% of you said Liv to win that. But obviously we didn't have Raquel in. Todd says it's far too long. So let's just go.
Todd. Keep the faith, Todd. Keep the faith.
Is Bray's storyline going too long? Right, okay, cool.
Pardon me.
All right.
If nobody minds, I'm going to post my top 10 here now because I said I'd do it before.
Okay, cool.
Just ready for Monday, guys. I'm only going to put... it's bugging it up, but you can still see who they are.
So, Rey Mysterio is about to head into a feud with Karrion Kross, Sam. Your thoughts on that? There they are. Karrion Kross and Scarlett are standing in the middle of the crowd there.
Was that with Bray?
No. Karrion Kross and Scarlett were standing in the middle of the crowd because they're about to start a feud with Rey Mysterio.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I thought you said Bray. Yeah, I think Ray and Karrion could put on something special, and I feel like we've not seen enough of Ray since he did the whole "I'm moving over here to get away from my nasty son" business. So yeah, they need to do something with him, and then we need to then we need to move to that fantasy booking scenario that Dan predicted a few weeks ago. Let's make that happen because that was awesome. The whole them feuding all the way till Mania, then Dom retiring his dad and inheriting his mask and turning face at the same time. Yes, let's have all of that. And then maybe let's see Judgment Day. Not do we want to split up, or do I want to see Finn Balor go back to being a face again? Oh yeah, there's Karrion Kross. Why is there a druid stood behind him? Did you see that?
Is there a druid?
I think it's just a dude in a hoodie. It's a dude in a hoodie.
Yeah.
But it looks like one of Taker's druids. It looks scarier than Karrion. So I think it's just a fan. But
Ray went for the springboard there, but Angel moved out of the way. And there's Angel's pants coming off there.
I'm open to the match. Todd.
nice backbreaker there.
I'm open to the match. I don't want a prolonged feud, which is probably what they're going to give us.
Yeah. So let's send that poll there. However many votes is. In fact, if you want to get your viewpoint on that poll, put it in there in the next minute. I'm going to take that poll down so we can have you vote on Rey Mysterio and Angel before that comes to an end. So put your views in on whether Bray Wyatt's storyline is going too long over the next minute because we need to get some votes in for this between who you guys think is going to win, Rey or Angel. Angel, of course, has the advantage of not only Karrion Kross and Scarlett in the crowd, but also Humberto Carrillo on the outside there.
God, Ray's awesome, isn't he? Did I tell you, Sassy? Because you're saying Rey being amazing. I met him very briefly at Clash at the Castle. I know Dom met everyone and keeps talking about it.
I mean, it's for work, though, you know? I've got to talk about it. It's work-related.
I was drunk in a bar, and he's sending me pictures of, I've just met Finn Balor. Look what I've just done.
I didn't do that. I'm not. I like to think I'm not like.
He didn't do that.
I only mention it on the podcast because it's wrestling related. It's not like I'm like.
Yeah, of course.
It's not like I'm like every day. I'm like, did you know?
I'm just jealous, and I don't mind admitting I'm jealous. That's all it is.
I appreciate that, man. Oh wow, nice little moment there from Angel. He threw the pants at Ray. Ray ducked, and Angel hit a super kick. The only thing I've ever been like super, you know.
This guy wins. Official Misfit Gamer 101. You win.
Hang on. What did I miss? Oh, there you go. What did Bray just do? Mia, touch the camera, don't watch your own show. Yeah.
Yeah, come on. The PR guy's like, what did Bray just do? I must ask millions of people.
Yeah. Absolutely. Good to see you, Misfit Gamer. As Ray gets the 619. And then, lovely DD. Oh, nice. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3. I love that. That's the best version of the 619. The 619 I've seen in years. I never liked the splash. I used to do the splash. But I like that. That was a DDT if he's going to start burying it. Rey Mysterio now gesturing to Karrion.
Let's see it again. See it again on the replay. Bang! Right in the face.
So the 619 happened there. And then the springboard DDT. Love that. Love that. 1, 2, 3.
We've said it before, Misfit. We've said it before. Being backstage at a wrestling show, you take your life in your hands.
Yeah, especially with Bray Wyatt there. Absolutely.
I do not go into a parking lot. You will die. It's over.
Oh, yeah. It would have been better if LA Knight was the cameraman. Yeah, maybe. Maybe next week. Maybe he tries it again. Ricochet and Braun Strowman backstage now. Probably need to make some updates.
I kind of like this pairing of these two because I thought they had a really good match the other week. Because that's the thing with Braun. You're going to use Braun to his strengths, and I feel like that match really did because it was a good styles clash. I'm quite glad Braun Strowman's back. You know, I missed him when he wasn't here. it was a case of how can I miss you if you won't go away? And I feel like once he left, I feel like we never saw enough of him with the whole controlling the narrative thing, and now he's back and he looks better than ever.
Yeah,
I think it's nice having him back. And Braun versus Gunther, I'm into that.
yeah, absolutely. Do you see that nice little subtle sell there from Ricochet? They did the hey man, thing, and then Ricochet they did the bump, and Ricochet sold it by falling backwards a little bit.
I do think both of them would be better as a heel tag team, though. Like a cocky, arrogant Ricochet,
Ricochet and Braun. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, and Braun as a monster. My favorite Braun Strowman era was when he was just coming out and just killing the Miz and Enzo and people like that for no reason. That was I loved that. He just, if you were a loudmouth, he just came out and destroyed you. It was just great. I suppose that made him a babyface, didn't he? In the end.
Yeah. Alexa versus Bianca will end with shenanigans leading to a rematch of the Rumble. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I don't think Alexa's winning, but certainly I could go for a two couple of matches.
Yeah.
2 matches between Alexa and Bianca. Alexa deserves to showcase her skills. Not had a great opportunity to do that in recent months. Misfit Gamer. Did tonight Bray moment move the tail at all? We know nothing more about Uncle Howdy. No, you're right. But at least we did see something physical, which, I guess is important, It's important to have that.
I'm more concerned. I'm more interested in Bray snapping as a result of the Uncle Howdy thing. Because it's the subtext. It's what isn't seen and isn't said. Sometimes that's important. And I feel like I don't need to know more about Uncle Howdy just yet. I wanted Bray to do something. That's what we've been talking about, and Bray's just done something. So now I feel a bit vindicated in what I said before. Really, I'm into it. This is good. It's good storytelling. I trust Triple H. I trust Bray Wyatt. We'll see if the facts bear me out or not. But I'm going to stick with it so far, mate. I'm going to keep the faith.
Absolutely. I'm going to try my best. Absolutely, Todd. Sassy, welcoming Misfit into the Misfit Gamer into the chat. Misfit with some fantastic questions tonight. What did you guys think about Jamie Hayter and Hikaru Shida match from Dynamite? Sam hasn't seen it yet, but I tell you what, I was there. Obviously, I popped in for the end of our Dynamite stream, and it was one of my favorite matches of the year. At the end of the year, they did a fantastic job, and Jamie Hayter really, really showing up for that, and Shida, who I believe has had a bit of a hit and miss year, to be honest. They both showed up massively, and I think they both put on a match of the year candidate actually. So, what did you think, Misfit Game? What were your thoughts? Because I was a huge fan of that show for sure, and that match. But yeah, let us know what you thought of it, and anybody else who was, part of that Dynamite stream.
I'm a big fan of both, so I'm looking forward to watching. I'll watch it. I say in the morning, probably tomorrow afternoon. I'll watch it.
Yeah, man, definitely give it a try because it was next level good. Wow. Shida did a fantastic job. Jamie Hayter's been doing great too. Hang on. Best women match ever seen in years. Yep, I could totally agree with that, Todd. Totally with that. Hikaru Shida to me is the ace of the AEW Women's Division. I can agree with that too. Misfit Gamer, absolutely. As Karrion Kross is backstage with.
Just going to nip for a quick wee, Dom.
Yeah, Emma's got a problem with Scarlett disrespecting Ray. Emma slapping Scarlett. Wow, okay. Emma slapping Scarlett there. And Karrion Kross holding her back. Karrion Kross says, you have absolutely no idea what you've just done. Walking away with Scarlett. Interesting bit of backstage banter there from Emma. Trying to stand up for Rey Mysterio there with Karrion and Scarlett. John Cena will have wrestled a match every year for 20 straight years, apparently.
Good.
So 20 years John Cena's been wrestling as of next week.
Blimey. I wasn't
So we're
into Cena
recapping.
for years. Took me years to actually appreciate John Cena.
Ruthless aggression from John Cena there. Undertaker giving John Cena the rub there. Doctor of Thugonomics. Should probably put the John Cena promo because that's what we're seeing. It's not a.
I wanted to do thugonomics in university. They wouldn't let me do it. Had to do journalism.
Such a shame.
I
John
know.
Cena winning that US title, the World Championship wins.
I hated that belt so much.
The
It
spinner
was
belt.
stupid. It was stupid, WWE. Randy Orton. Randy Orton was a monster, wasn't he, back then? He's the gift who keeps on giving, though, isn't he, Randy Orton?
He is, absolutely. The Make-A-Wish stuff I think he does is amazing, you know.
Yeah, he's good. If Cena wins, we'll be right. Well,
the Cena ECW stuff, yeah. Cena versus The Rock.
That was good, apart from him shouting spots or Cena shouting spots all the way through it. I was like, Cena, shut up. Everyone can hear you. This is going to go out on the network in a year or two. Everyone's going to play this back. I'll tell you what I did enjoy when he came out and interrupted Elias doing the Doctor of Thugonomics thing.
Yeah, that was great.
Mania. That was great.
Hang on. Let's go back up. We've got some comments we haven't seen. We've been focusing on AEW did very well with that match. Yes, indeed. There's John Cena's work with kids, Make-A-Wish stuff.
Did you hear that story, Dom, about Cena and the kid from Ukraine?
Yeah, I saw that.
That was just phenomenal. If anybody doesn't know, to try and get her son, bless, I think he had Down syndrome, bless him, this little fella, and to try and get him out of the country and get him safely. I think they're going to America, weren't they, for shelter?
Yeah.
And she said, we're going to go to America to visit your hero, John Cena, because that's where he lives. So that's how she got her son to not be scared and to get on the plane and leave. And somehow, via social media, that got back to John Cena. Who flew out and visited this kid and made that promise that mum made true. Well, I will never hear a bad word be said about John Cena ever again.
I love it.
What a guy. What a guy.
And what a guy. Yeah, he deserves it. He's amazing.
I'm looking forward to him being a good guy in Fast 10. Yes. They are terrible films, and I can't wait to see him be a good guy.
Absolutely, yeah. The Fast and Furious films, Bumblebee, all the Suicide Squad, of course, Peacemaker. Love Peacemaker.
Yeah. He's so good in that. Blockers. That was one of yours. You like that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I love him. I love him. It's really changed my thoughts on John Cena over the last few years. He's just an incredible talent.
American Dad have just done an episode about him. I don't think Cena actually voiced him. Yeah, but they've just done an episode where Steve, I've forgotten what it was. I was so tired when I watched it. But the minute they said Cena, I was like, ping, what? So
amazing.
Wow, it's a hell of a promo, hell of a package.
Batista talking about it, Randy Orton talking about Triple H, The Rock. Amazing, amazing. So again, universally loved by a lot of people, you know.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Sassy. I think for my list, I tried thinking to myself. I think I incorporated an element of kayfabe. I think I did it like PWI Top 500 do it in a way. I kind of thought to myself, who's held the belts, who's been the champs, who's had the good matches, who's even from a PR point of view, who's done that. So I wasn't really taking in work rate massively into account or how many promotions they've. So I've tried going with the champs because to me the champs are that's how a promotion decides who their top guy is. So like Roman Reigns, for example. I put Tyrus in there because Tyrus as a wrestler has had such a journey, and to win Sweet Charlotte is such a big deal for him as a wrestler and as a man and for the promotion. I had to include Tyrus, and as a long-term fan, and then we moved to Josh Alexander and Impact.
Josh Alexander, Josh Alexander I can put in. Yeah,
and same with Claudio. Claudio has gone from being an afterthought in WWE to the champion in one of the top champion in one of the big four. So that's why I went with him. So I think my list, I've tried to not just be WWE, WWE or AW. I've tried to have everybody in there who I feel. But trust me, if I had a list, there'd be 100 people on it. Across.
Well, we'll try and get through as much as we can on the Monday as we're approaching the end. But yeah, what a beautiful tribute to John Cena, and me and Sam will be here to cover his first match of the year and his first return match to WWE potentially next week, right here on the podcast next Friday, New Year's Eve here in the UK. Let's go back up and do some comments because we've missed a few. Let's have a look. So AW did very well with the Shida and hey match, absolutely. I knew they would have a great match because Shida is one of my favorite wrestlers and I love Jamie Hayter. But I was not expecting Sheamus level of banger, absolutely banger after banger. Yeah, love it. If anyone deserves to be the first two-time AEW Women's Champion, Shida. Yeah, I could see that. Absolutely.
Oh, they've not had any yet. Oh.
No. Do
I
you think Bray...
Rosa, sorry.
No, yeah, potentially Rosa. Do you think Bray will be suspended for attacking the cameraman? Seems like Brock got suspended for doing the same thing. Yeah, I would hope so. For continuity's sake, I would hope he was suspended. So let's see what they do.
Braun. There. Oh, Braun, get that hat off. You look ridiculous.
Yeah. He's wearing his hat on. He's wearing his hat, of course. It was almost like Braun Strowman. Do you remember when he was Braun Strowman? And he had a I can't remember what gimmick match it was, but he was a scientist.
I needed therapy to get that out of my brain.
Yeah.
I would just like to say I'm really, really pleased in this festive episode of WWE, no one has had eggnog poured on them.
No, not yet. Anyway, not yet. We've still got time. Also, Shida has been dominating Japan. One of the best matches of the year. Yeah, that was Shida Hayter. Also, Stardom is going to have their WrestleMania Dream Queendom 2 next Wednesday. I'm excited for that. Kairi versus Utami Hayashita and Guila versus Saraya. I've not seen those matches, but we will be doing some New Japan stuff. And I know that Kairi is on that card, but that'll be at 6:30 a.m. UK time. So I don't know how many of you guys are going to be up for that. But I have committed now. I have committed to doing New Japan. So that's going to be fun.
I think I might struggle to join you with that one, mate, because it's a ton of stuff going on elsewhere. So I might need to be there for that. And it's a shame though, because who the hell has I said this to you and the guys, who has their marquee pay-per-view on a Wednesday? What's going on, New Japan?
Well, but New Japan can carry it, can't they? Because it's New Japan. But I don't know. I might not do it. Yeah, I am. We've got the stream up there. It is up there, but whether I'm feeling getting up at 6:30 a.m. to do it is another matter. But we'll have to see. So now you take Bray on suspension. And it's just Uncle Howdy then with LA Knight.
Ooh, I like it. I kind of like it. Just to see what happens.
For a week, for a week or 2 weeks. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Any longer it'd get a bit daft. But yeah,
Yeah.
a week or two? Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Who's to say, though, they're not lying, Dom? Who's to say Bray's in on this with Howdy?
And maybe that was a fake out. Yeah, maybe that was a fake out. We're ranking the rest of I've got AEW and WWE guys in mind. I'll probably give an honorary mention to a couple of Impact guys. I'm obviously a fan of NWA as well. We are. We'll debate. We'll debate. Me and Dan and Sam will have a debate. We'll maybe change some of the top tens based on what we all talk about. It is a debate more than anything else on Monday, right here, 9 p.m. UK time. So we will debate where we can.
Hi, Tyler.
Good to see you, Tyler.
If he's just popping in, it's I haven't seen you for a little while, mate. So nice to see you. You won't see me in Deserto for a week as well, because I've got a week off now.
Oh, nice. Christmas. Yeah, good.
Yeah, Christmas and WrestleSphere. I don't know which one is more important.
Oh, bless you.
Stuff to do. Stuff to do, mate.
Lots of stuff to do. If Bray gets suspended, then Uncle Howdy starts making appearances. Speculation that they are one and the same will run rampant. Yeah. They could. That's really good, Norma. Yeah, interesting. Cena earned my respect during his US Championship Open challenge.
Yeah, that was really good booking. That misfit. That because. Could you imagine if they did that with every champion? It would just make everything mean so much. But you can't do it with heels, I suppose, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, here's Lacey Evans. Is this Lacey Evans again?
Lacey Evans, yeah, with the military stuff.
Got my nose a little bit on social media this week, Lacey Evans.
I saw it, but I didn't read it. I haven't got the context of it. I did know that she got a few people annoyed this week. Right, I did the same with my Misfit Wrestling Podcast year-end awards with overall wrestlers featuring men and women, WWE, AEW, Impact, Stardom, and New Japan. That's wonderful. I've noticed that Misfit Wrestling Podcast are following us and stuff. I'm going to have to come onto one of your streams, Misfit Gamer. But yeah, go and check out Misfit Wrestling Podcast. Like I say, I've seen that you've popped up on some of our stuff, so thank you very much for your support. Work rate is important because it shows variety of skills.
Yes, very true.
Yeah. Okay, I've been watching women wrestling on TV, and I've seen 8 shows on TV, but Ring of Honor can't get a TV deal. Yeah, we'll do. Wow, Women in Wrestling has AJ Lee, so star power, great star power. The mission commences in WWE next week, so Lacey Evans returns with a military gimmick next week. So that's another thing we've got to look forward to for next Friday.
So the mission returns on SmackDown next week. Does it have to?
Well, yeah, and we will be here to cover it, won't we, Sam? So,
objectively, I'm just annoyed.
This is what I mean. This is what we're talking about before the stream starts. This is what we
can't
can do
here.
This.
Can't do this on WrestleSphere.
No,
even in OPEDs. And I write a lot, and I'm just going to plug my OPEDs for Deserto, by the way, Don.
Please do.
I've got multiple OPEDs going live on Deserto, opinion pieces going live on Deserto over the Christmas period. So if you're a Resident Evil fan or an Elden Ring fan, I've worked long and hard, and I hope you enjoy those articles, guys. But yeah, you are going to get sick of the sight of my OPEDs on WrestleSphere, but they will be very, very what's the word I'm looking for here, Dom? Balanced.
Well, I'm excited to see what you've got, man. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's going to be a fun one. Okay, so Taylor has, have a wonderful Christmas, gentlemen. I'm just about to go to bed after smashing a few friends on Monopoly. Awesome, mate. Have a good one. Enjoy yourself. Have a great holiday. Lacey Evans and her 700th repackaging. Absolutely.
It's true.
Yeah, Taylor saying have a great Christmas. That's again. This is why we do it. This is why we're still here. And this is why we will continue to work on this podcast, because it's great. Different people joining together as part of a community. It is a great thing to see. Thank you all so much for being here. My 2023 prediction, Lacey Evans will be repackaged again. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised with that. As Braun Strowman throws Leonardo Vinci or whatever, Vidi Vinci into the turnbuckle. And then flying drop kick. Braun Strowman throwing Ricochet into Vinci there. We're not on the John Cena promo anymore, guys. Sorry. Right. Oh, hang on. Where are we at? Braun and Ricochet versus Imperium. There you go.
I think that was my internet, guys. Sorry about that.
All right. Back elbow by Vinci, but he was caught by Strowman. Vinci and Liv Kaiser taking out Strowman at the knee, trying to really attack Strowman, trying to break his knee down, trying to break his leg down there.
Could you imagine if they repackaged Lacey Evans with a Southern Belle gimmick? Oh wait, they already did.
Yeah. The Southern Belle
being
gimmick.
mean.
Wait, the Southern Belle gimmick she's already done, hasn't she? That was terrible.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
So,
Do you know?
Go on.
The best Lacey, sorry mate, the best Lacey Evans gimmick was the very, very first one where they did the military mum.
Yeah,
that was
gimmick.
That was.
I think she's going back to something similar as Ricochet with a beautiful Hurricane Rana there. Great to see Ricochet in the main event scene.
Yes,
Sam. Yeah.
Yeah. He's wow. The commercials are hardcore tonight.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, like we all know how talented Ricochet was, and he's been underutilized. But the thing with wrestling, and you can't do it the best for everybody all the time. There's always going to be people who suffer. So they have to kind of take it in turns in some ways. There's no perfect way to do it. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But yeah, I kind of wish they still had a 205 live, and it was good and over, because that is the sort of place where the people like Ricochet, they could have them in a all together on their own, doing it all. But then again, you don't get to see the styles clash on the main roster then.
Yeah,
so that's my own counter to myself.
Interesting question from Misfit Gamer. Predictions for the men's and women's Rumble matches. Cody for me on the men's, women's.
Yeah.
Women's Raquel, possibly Raquel, because they're really strapping the rocket to Raquel. But one of my picks in one of my lists was also Roxanne Perez, and it'd be interesting to see like an NXT person come in and win the women's Rumble. Because there's some great women on NXT at the moment. So I'm going to say, but I'm going to say Charlotte as well. Charlotte, I'm going to say for the women's, a returning Charlotte, and Charlotte for the women's, and Cody for the men's. For me,
do you know who I think is going to win the men's, Dom?
Go on.
Sami Zayn.
Oh, that'd be amazing, yeah.
And then they've got to deal with that, because if he like, again, he could go after the NXT, he could go after Braun Breaker, I suppose he could technically go after the Universal Championship or the IC. But if Adam Pearce comes out and goes, no, you've got to go for one of the world titles, and he has to go after Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
you've got some storytelling.
Yeah, it's interesting there. I think Sam's frozen a little bit, but yeah, there's some real storytelling there for Sami Zayn. If he does win the Rumble there, Sam, and I think a lot of people would be behind. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. A lot of people would be behind that if that did happen. If Sami did win, what a huge win for Sami that would be. And again, it would further that bloodline storyline. I think we've got you back now, Sam. Is that right?
It gets to this time of night and my internet starts going
worry,
crazy.
Mate.
I don't
It's
know
all right.
what's going on.
That's okay.
But
So
I've
yeah,
said before, I'm in the woods.
Yeah, it's okay, mate. Yeah, no, I think Sami winning is a really cool idea for the furthering of that storyline. Let's carry on through these comments really quickly. For me, it's Cody with the men's and Becky or Rhea. For the women's, Rhea is a great shout. Can you guys do the last vote? Oh, I'm sorry, Hassan. I've not done that vote for you, have I? Sam, can you call the action for me while I do?
Yeah, go for it.
So
I'm back alive again. Someone's being hit with a candy cane. I did predict that someone is going to be hit with a candy cane, and now someone has been. So,
yeah,
all the Christmas Vinceisms aren't gone yet. But
no, did you see? Vince was in that John Cena video. So,
Oh well, that's okay. It was his company. I don't mind seeing Vince and Vince being alluded to. Not at all. What I mean is, normally when we have a Christmas episode, I dread it because it's going to be someone covered in eggnog. It's going to be people dressed as Santa, people dressed as elves, and I've always hated Christmas wrestling for that reason. Same with Thanksgiving because they always have food fights and stuff.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
right now, under the Triple H era, no, I don't so much mind someone being battered with a candy cane. That candy canes hurt. I don't want to see someone get eggnog on their head or food fights.
No.
I'm so done with
Ah.
food fights in wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely. Vinci and Kaiser both being sent into the Christmas tree, so we're getting a little bit of Christmas hijinks here, Sam, in the later stages of this match. That the Strowman is destroying Imperium, but yeah, so we're getting less gimmicky stuff and more, just festive. Festive inclusion, I'm going to call it, the inclusion of Christmas trees. As Strowman went for the double power slam. Where is Ricochet? And
Vinci's cut open.
Are they going to go for a suplex? You go for a DDT, wouldn't you?
You're taking too long, boys. Taking
Nice.
too long. He's going to reverse it. Oh no, maybe not.
No, suplex on Strowman. They got it.
I thought they were going to take too long, and he was going to reverse it.
Strowman taking that suplex there. So yeah, your vote is up now. Interestingly enough, 75% of you on the last vote said Bray's storyline is going on too long.
Oh, guys.
An interesting insight there.
Brock Lesnar guys in the crowd.
Lacey has no personality skills to be hated. I like that's a bit. I don't know. I think she's got talent, Sassy. I can understand where you're coming from, but I think she's definitely got talent. As Ricochet just got taken out by the chair. We'll debate that in a second, guys. I imagine we're coming to the end of this match, so we'll try and call the end of it. Once again, if you haven't liked the video yet, please do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, it does help us out, so please do. As Ricochet just took a vicious chair shot, and now Imperium are tackling Braun Strowman, taking Braun Strowman into those boxes, those presents. Braun Strowman selling this Christmas tree there, being dumped under lightweight boxes.
We know they're lightweight because Montez Ford was throwing them into the crowd on Raw, so I'm fairly sure there's nothing heavy in them.
What's in the present? They're going to open a present.
It better not be Gunther.
What is that? Who's that?
What the hell?
What is going on?
It's a Nutcracker suite.
A ballerina.
What is going on?
Why is there a ballerina?
You tell me, mate.
That is a Vince. That is a Vinceism. If I ever saw one.
No one's been covered in. How many of these have I had?
There's a ballerina, and now there's something else.
If this is a toy soldier, I'm gonna lose it. It's a goddamn toy soldier.
Yep.
Nutcracker suite. And it's the New Day. It's the New Day.
The NXT Tag Team Champion.
It's the New Day. They're gonna smack him in the face now, aren't they? Because it's no disqualification.
Oh, he just kicked him in the nose. The New Day just kicked out. Amazing. The Nutcrackers. That's incredible.
Nutcrackers. Oh my! I called it, didn't I? Call it Nutcracker Suite. I should have said that coming. I'll forgive it, Sassy. You're right, Sassy. It's just gone full Vince.
Amazing. Beautiful.
It popped me.
The Strowman train taking out Vinci and Kaiser.
Oh, Vinci's all right, mate. He's cut his eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braun he's getting fired up as only Braun Strowman can do. Ricochet still down after taking those chair shots.
So come on, get up. I was thinking about the New Day on NXT.
What are they doing here? What are they doing here, Sam? Oh, he's going to get someone to kiss Ricochet.
It's mistletoe. Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, there you go. Ricochet's girlfriend is the ring announcer. And he's now awake.
Do you know what? I've been sitting here failing Vinceisms and oh wow, but they all popped me. That all popped me. So
That was the lion salt there by Ricochet.
That was insane. And you're in trouble.
Ricochet with the knees, recoil, and then a power slam. I think we're coming to the end here. The Strowman power slam. Well, it was a proper gimmick match, wasn't it? Proper gimmicky, but
do you know what though? I feel like they.
Hang on.
They
I'll tell you what.
I'll
tell you what I know in a second when I put my headphones back on.
You can't hear me. Quick, run.
Go on. What?
I feel like Triple H handled that better than.
Yeah, it was fun.
Vince ones, because yes, it was silly and it was sports entertainment-y, but it was not like the ballerina thing is the only thing I was like, what the hell? But it was because it was all a precursor to the Nutcracker, which we caught.
The Nutcracker stuff was fun. Yeah.
Like they could never do that again. They've done it once. I'll forgive it. I'll forgive it on this occasion.
It was fun. I actually quite enjoyed the mistletoe thing. That was adorable.
Well, it's no different to Orange Cassidy juicing up and stuff like that, is it?
No, I suppose not.
I always thought Ricochet was married.
There you go. It was fun, wasn't it? It was fun.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match, even with the silliness and the hokiness. It wasn't a bad match. So, and I mean, I'm kind of into this tag team of Braun and Ricochet as well, more than I thought.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to last for, but
yeah,
we'll have to see.
Because you know how badly I want them both to turn heel. So,
Ricochet feeding Imperium. Some sweets there.
That's just a good waste of desserts. Oh, Cena, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
Kevin Owens.
That's going to be awesome.
Ricochet and Strowman celebrating there. All right, guys. So that is that. But we'll go through the rest of these comments, and then you all right, Sam?
Yeah, sorry, I was just closing the lid on the Omen. So I've got more bandwidth. There we go.
Okay, cool. Right. Okay, so let's go through the rest of these comments, and then we'll do our grades. So round up, guys. For those that have not done it before, we do a grade out of 10. We do a match of the night, and we do a performer of the night. So pick your match of the night, performer of the night, and grade of the night as we go through the rest of these comments. Misfit Gamer, who's been cracking tonight, thank you very much for all your engagement, dude. Personally, I don't want Sammy to win the Rumble because I want the Usos versus Sammy and KO match. I want that one too, and I think I want that more than I want the Rumble win for myself, Misfit. Yeah, Lacey may be a good manager. I mean, interesting. Interesting. I think I'll give her another chance. I think she's a great talent. I'll give her another chance to do something, notable this year. Something's going to happen at Elimination Chamber in Montreal that causes the Bloodline to turn on Sammy, and KO will come to the rescue. Will he, though? KO said he was done with Sammy,
I think he will because he's a good guy, because he's the good guy now. I think that's the reason why, because it's the right thing to do. I like it. I think the Montreal thing. Could you imagine if that night ends with Sami Zayn, a hug it out between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? They will tear the roof off. So I can see it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be that quick. I think it's going to take a while longer. It'll be Mania, won't it? It'll be Mania that that it'll be the weeks before Mania they come together to face the Usos for the tag titles. I think we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for that reunion.
If they
between
cut
Kevin Owens.
Fastlane, if they don't do a Fastlane or a few other shows, if they do Elimination Chamber on the road to Mania just before Mania, they could kind of squeeze that together. I don't know what is like. It used to be Fastlane in recent years. What's been the pay-per-view before Mania? Has it been Elimination Chamber or? I know it's not
yeah,
far.
I think it's not far off, is it? I think it might be just before Mania. What a twist that would be. Sammy beats Roman, then because he's an honorary use, he's the new leader of the bloodline. Wow. Now that's some epic booking there, Norma. Interesting, but I think he will form his own faction. Sammy forming his own faction. Interesting. NXT needs to be in the Rumble. I think it's a safe bet. We'll see some people from NXT.
Yeah.
Rumble. People like Carmelo Hayes, who's been a standout there.
Oh.
Who's the other cocky
Braun.
heel? The Australian
Oh.
Braun should be in there too. Grayson Waller.
I think Grayson Waller will be champ by then, mate.
Yeah.
I think it's his time. I think Braun's losing it.
Braun's coming up to the main roster for sure. I think the other guy that could that seems to be pushing a lot, the first Spanish wrestler to join WWE, a kid who we've interviewed on the channel actually, who's now Axiom on NXT. They seem to be quite high on him. I think he could make an appearance in the Rumble. I don't mean his own faction strategy. I mean he replaces Roman. Okay, so Sammy replaces Roman as the leader of the bloodline. I just want Bray to wrestle a match, which there is a good chance he does at the MSG show. Yeah, Bray is going to be at the Madison Square Garden show, isn't he? So, okay, if we've got 75%, imagine what the entire universe thinks. It has to be 60%. Interesting, yeah. Interesting, yeah. Well, again, me and Sam are going to give it more time, and we'll obviously be here right here next week for the potential Uncle Howdy LA Knight rivalry to expand. This match was good. Now it's ridiculous. I think it was fun. It was ridiculous fun, wasn't it? It was ridiculous fun.
I'll forgive it. They do it. They do it once a year, and then no one got covered in eggnog. So let's take the win.
Absolutely. Sammy and KO will never touch in that match. You mean in the in Elimination Chamber? If they're going to do Elimination Chamber, maybe. Yeah. This is why WWE frustrates me. Let your wrestlers wrestle once a year. I can see what Sam says. Once a year, I can understand it. Yeah.
We know every year with WWE and AEW, not letting them off the hook either, and Impact, we know the big three are going to have a silly gimmick Christmas match. We know they're going to do it. So let's just get through it because we know they're going to do it. And at least this time, I know I keep saying it, under Vince, I sometimes don't even bother watching wrestling on Christmas week because of these things. But at least this week, they knew not to cover anyone in eggnog. They played it relatively straight. And at least when they did the silliness, the Christmas silliness, at least it was creative and it was funny with a nutcracker sweet. And then the actual nutcrack. At least it was kind of good in its own way. Let's just take the win.
It looked like they had a lot of fun doing it as well,
And we got to see a New Day cameo with the NXT belts. That's nice.
That was cool. KO said he was done with Sammy, but he's having a match with him next week. All right, yeah, absolutely. Chamber is the only pay-per-view in between Rumble and Mania in 2020. Wow, okay.
Oh,
I love the Elimination Chamber concept. It's possibly my favorite concept in WWE. So it'd be really interesting to see if Sammy and, like you say, Misfit Gamer, Sammy and Kevin Owens end up in the chamber together. When AEW and Impact do it, it's the wrestling shines. Yeah, but WWE it's a sports entertainment brand. It's a global brand. It's known for its sports entertainment. And it's kid. It's for kids, isn't it? It's a kids show.
Do you remember the great? Sorry, mate.
Go on.
You were saying?
No, I was saying it's a kids show. It's a show for kids as well as it is big kids like us.
I was going to say the gravy train turkey trot from Impact. When they made someone dress up as a turkey at Thanksgiving. I'm not letting an AEW have their own, I can't say the word, silliness. I'm not letting Impact or AEW off the hook here. They can be sports entertainment light sometimes.
Yes, they can. Certainly TNA days. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I don't remember that. Maybe I blocked it from my mind, but certainly
it was awful.
TNA did that with Vince Russo and such.
Oh,
doing
it's
the
been
writing.
recent, mate. They even had LA Knight, or Eli Drake as he was at the time. He was like the turkey gravy train guy.
Oh, really?
I just skipped. I fast forwarded every time. It's like
Yeah,
when it's Thanksgiving and Christmas, you've just got to accept they're gonna do some stupid stuff in
some
wrestling. Sorry,
stupid stuff.
they
Yeah,
just gotta.
no, it is the time of year for it, isn't it? When people, not everybody's watching, but it's good fun. It's bringing Christmas cheer, isn't it, to people that maybe need it, and a lot of people love it. I mean, you guys love it, we love it. That's why we're here. That's why we're right here on the Give Me a Hull Yeah podcast with myself and Sam. I see Wendy Chu in the Women's Rumble. Even I prefer when she was Mei Ying. We talked about this earlier, didn't we, Misfit Gamer?
We did.
I'm a big fan of Wendy Chu. I was a fan of Mei Ying. I think Wendy Chu's I think it's a fun gimmick. I think it's cool. I could see her in the Rumble. Yeah, they brought in Jack Gallagher with his umbrella a few years ago, didn't they? I know.
Oh yeah.
So if they can have a guy with an umbrella, then they can have Wendy Chu with some pillows and a pillow fight. They can have a Rumble pillow fight, can't they? They probably will do that.
I'll be 1 minute, mate. My cat has just broke into the room to get out front.
No worries, mate.
I'll just let him out. You stupid cat.
Oh, he's gone? He's back. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I imagine we'll have a pillow fight with Wendy Chu at the Rumble. Okay, so guys, we're gonna wind up now. So moment of the night, grade of the night, and performer of the night. Sassy has started the ball rolling. Performer Raquel. Yeah, Raquel did a fantastic job. Great resilience moment. Bray. Okay, cool. We got any grades there from you, Sassy? I mean, they weren't touching the tag match next week. Interesting. Okay, cool. No, Bray moment was not that good. Sassy Todd disagreeing with Sassy there. Match Usos versus Hit Row, but only because of the Usos. 4.5 out of 5. That's a proper solid grade from Sassy. Possibly the best grade I've seen Sassy give throughout all of our time as a podcast, perhaps. So interesting grade there. 4.5. Sassy. Todd gives it a 4. Hit Row is not that good. Todd and Sassy disagreeing a lot tonight. Cameraman, yeah, the camera shot was great. The Bray camera shot, that was cool. That your best moment, Sassy. A cameraman getting attacked. Even New Day coming out was better. Even the New Day Nutcracker thing was better. Okay, you can disagree. It's fine. You can disagree. So we are happy to host disagreements and debates. Todd and Sassy disagreeing on moments of the night tonight. Misfit Gamer, I think Sassy doesn't forget that Triple H, one of the best brands from 2012 and 2019 is NXT. There you go.
Yeah.
Triple H ran NXT 2012-2019. The women rock tonight. Yeah, I would say for me, Raquel's performance. Raquel was great, like Sassy. I think that the Gauntlet match, just because it showed the resilience of Raquel, was particularly good for me. I would say that was probably my match of the night. Grade of the night, I'm going to say 3.5. It wasn't hugely overwhelmingly good for me. It was okay. It was decent. I don't feel like it was a waste of time to do this podcast. I don't feel like it's a waste of time to watch SmackDown. So I'm going to say 3.5. We'll get Sam's thoughts in a second. Once again, guys, we are going to finish up in the next 5 minutes. So if you do want to get your grade of the night, your match of the night, and your performer of the night, do put it in the comments now. We've had Sassy's in and out, and I've just given mine as well. Mine again, 3.5. Raquel, performer of the night, and match of the night has got to be the Gauntlet. Although to be fair, Angel and Ray was pretty good as well. Ray and Angel Garza doing a cracking job there. Not many moments here. Boring show, but you gave it a great grade. You gave it 4.5 out of 5. Todd says yes. Okay. I thought, so is that Todd agreeing with Sassy there? I thought Zaya was the best performer in the show. Yeah, Zaya Lee did a cracking job as well. So Sam, round us off, mate. Your match of the night, performer of the night, grade of the night, please.
Right, grade. I'll start with grade. I'm not into Christmas wrestling shows. They do my head in. But this one was the best one I've ever seen. So I'm going to go with you, 3.5.
Best one you've ever seen?
The best Christmas show I've ever seen, because I've never seen a good one. That was the best one I've ever seen.
There you go. Okay.
That was the only one I've thought, let's just get through this.
Right. So summing up again for me, grade of the night, performer of the night, match of the night.
Match of the night. I can't believe I'm saying this. No, Usos match of the night because it's the Usos. Full stop.
Oh yeah, that was good. That'd be my third.
Yeah, great, done great. Performer of the night. Probably Ricochet because he did some fantastic moves.
Yeah. That hulking up after the kiss was quite funny, actually.
Well, it was more what he did in the ring after that. Like, he reminded us why he's so good. In 2 moves, he reminded us why he's so talented. That's why I'm giving it him. And moment of the night, Bray Wyatt, because I love this. I'm trying not to be unhinged. I'm trying to be better. Kill the cameraman. I love that. I love that. You know that I want to see Bray, even if he's a baby face. I want to see Bray unhinged and hurt people. I want to cheer him doing it, like it's like a psycho. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's good. Like I say, it'll be very interesting to see. What happens in the future with that angle, and we will be here to do as much coverage as we can. Official Misfit Gamer, who has again been cracking all of you guys. Thank you so much for your comments and your engagement. It makes it worth doing. We're 2 hours and 15 minutes into this podcast, and we're still going. Thank you so much for your comments and your engagement all through the year. We really appreciate it. Me and Sam and Dan, and hopefully Anthony will also thank you guys again on Monday when we're back. But you guys have been fantastic tonight. Gamer says, I'm glad to see WWE seem to finally do something with Xia Li because Triple H was very high on her in NXT. Yeah, I was surprised that they didn't do a lot with her when she first came onto the main roster. So hopefully this is a turning point for Xia Li, because much like you, Misfit Gamer, I want more for Xia Li. I think she's a great talent. I'm going to give it a C-. So that's like a 3 out of 5 for Misfit Gamer. Have you got a performer of the night and match of the night? But 3.5 for you. Great, absolutely. Cameraman getting attacked just laid the foundation for something bigger.
Exactly.
I'm excited that you're excited, Norma, and I'm excited that you're excited, Sam, as well. Again, we've got to watch these shows. We've got to talk. We've got to present, and it's great when we can have something we're interested in, something that's interesting. And I think this Bray stuff, whatever else you want to call it, whether it's taking too long, you cannot say that it's not interesting and intriguing people.
Yeah, so, tease me, tickle my chin.
Tease me.
Yeah, give me a little bit. Leave me wanting more.
Is that what you like? Are you just giving me an insight into what you're into, Sam?
There you go, mate. I have a shape for a reason. There you go.
Just tickle your chin next time.
All you gotta do.
Yeah. Sassy said, hang on. Sassy, I loved NXT Black and Gold. This is not that. It should be. So you're saying, Sassy, that SmackDown should be NXT. Okay, interesting. Bray gets suspended. Harley starts making appearances. I think we've got 2 weeks. We've got 2 weeks maybe of Bray being suspended and Howdy making appearances. I just want to see something next week. I don't want to see Bray not show up. I don't want to see Howdy not show up. I want to see a physical attack. Something physical with Howdy, with Bray, with some. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean, right?
What if Bray attacks Howdy while he's suspended?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't think that's going to be. I think they're working together. I think there's some more of it together.
Unmasks him, and it's Bo Dallas.
Yeah, there you go.
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle, yeah. Absolutely. Okay, Norma, but did it move the needle at all?
Yes.
I would imagine it will. I mean, Bray's views have certainly gone down since the epic return at Extreme Rules. They're not quite edging 1 million on YouTube and stuff for WWE, but they're still consistently the second highest. Normally it's the Bloodline, the highest: Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, that sort of, the Usos, and then you get Bray Wyatt close second. So I think Bray's still a needle mover, not to the level of Reigns and Zayn at the moment.
Yeah, he's still moving. He is moving the needle, and it was his views are always going to come down after he made the comeback. Fair enough if you think it's going on too long. That's fair enough. Maybe it is, but for me, they're not just spinning the wheels. There's a plan here. There is a plan. They are executing it. Let's not pretend there isn't a plan. There is. Now, I want to see where it goes. I don't want them to kind of blow the Bray Wyatt load overnight. I want them to tickle my chin. I want them to tease me. You
want a little tickle. You're on a little tickle on the chin. Yeah, fair dues. Well, I hope we get that. And needle about to spin like a pinwheel. So Noah is into it. We just voted it's taken too long, 75%. Yeah, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm contradicting,
We might be wrong.
Yeah, we could be wrong. We could be wrong.
The UK voted for Brexit and the Americans voted for Trump. We've been wrong before. Sorry,
absolutely. People are wrong. So, what's it? The Peep Show episode for anybody that likes British comedy. One of our best ever shows was Peep Show. People can be wrong. People listen to Coldplay and voted for the Nazis. You can't trust. you can't trust people.
Yeah. So, we can't be trusted. We can't be trusted with democracy anymore, guys. I'm sorry, we've screwed it.
There you go. Go watch some Peep Show, American friends, and get back to us next week. Bray will be attacked by Sanity. I'm kidding. Sanity is going after the Gargano as well. I think that would be an incredible thing to do for Nikki Cross. I would be very excited to see Eric Young return. He's just been done in Impact. Me and Sam have talked. Did you talk to Eric Young? You did, didn't you? You did a quick interview.
I have spoken. I have spoken to him. I think it was one of those
media calls.
It was a media call junket as opposed to me sitting down with him like some of the other guys. But I got to speak to him for a little bit. It was fun. Yeah,
he's a talented guy. And I imagine if all rumors point. That Eric Young will be back in WWE soon. If they reunite Sanity with or without Killian Dane, even if it was just Eric Young, and Nikki Cross. Although Nikki Cross and Killian Dane are an item, so I think it'd be quite upsetting for Killian Dane if he wasn't invited back. But I think certainly Eric Young returning to do Sanity and feud with the Garganos would be very cool. Like that idea. Your thoughts on that, Sam?
Well, I was going to say, Killian Dane is currently working with Progress, and Progress are a WWE affiliate and partner in the UK. So they if anybody in America doesn't know, NXT UK got the majority of its roster from Progress because they work together. And if Killian Dane's there now, it means him coming back could be a shoo-in potentially. Because I know the same is true with WXW. Exactly what Misfit just said. Same with WXW where Wolf is at. So, and Wolf isn't holding the title anymore. So they could just completely remake Sanity. Easy.
They could, and for those interested, because we've got to plug them, in the later part of 2021 and into 2022, I did interviews with both Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane on the channel. You can go and see them in our WWE interviews section. Full interviews where we talk about music and everything else. It was the night I actually spoke to Killian Dane, the night that Nikki Cross won the Money in the Bank. It was an interesting one. But yeah, Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf, lovely people. Go check out those interviews if you get a second. Misfit Gamer, are you talking about Bray Wyatt here? This I would counteract because I certainly don't think we've had enough overexposure of Bray. Well, I don't know, maybe in terms of the promos, but I don't know. Do we need 2 weeks off of Bray?
How can I miss you if you won't go away? Less is more. Do you want any more cliches?
What do you mean? We just had him gone for a year and a half. So.
No, yeah, you're right. You got me there. Yeah, you got me there.
I don't know. Maybe you're right.
I don't want him just. Yeah, but we saw the problem with Bray is when they did him. The reason they're being softly catch a monkey with Bray Wyatt is because when he was doing the Fiend, when the Fiend started out being he was haunting WWE and appearing, then disappearing and going away for a while. And his moments meant something. Then the pandemic hit. Vince started feeling insecure and used him every week constantly, and it became crap. So I'm down with Bray being an attraction. Overexposing things kills things. So I'd rather they do what they're doing now than. And if we're craving it, it's working. So keep doing what you're doing, guys. Keep doing what you're doing.
Right, so we're saying have Bray Wyatt off for 2 weeks.
I suppose so. Or
Right,
one.
well, the only reason I started doing SmackDown again was because Bray was back, so you can do it now. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'll be here. I'll be here next week with Sam doing SmackDown. Guys, unless you've got any more comments, we will round it up. We will finish off with the plugs for next week's shows. So we will be doing a top 10 wrestlers, my top 10 wrestlers, our top 10 wrestlers. Myself, Dan Hargreaves, and Sam Smith will be together to talk about our top 10 wrestlers and debate for an hour or so our top 10 lists for the year. Anthony may join us, but he may be doing his own, so we'll try and reflect on that as well. And then Friday, Anthony will be doing AEW. We will not be doing a Raw this week because it is only a summary of the best Raws, and those, as you'll know from Dan's streams, not because Dan isn't entertaining, but certainly Raw has not always had the best showcase this year. So whatever they pull out for that, I'll be interested. So there'll be no Raw this week on the channel because Dan's having a rest after the week of Dan that was last week. And then
what's he done to earn a week off?
Well, there you go. Anthony will be back with AEW Dynamite, and then myself and Sam. If he, because I've always said, and I will always maintain this. You don't have to do this, dude. If you want to rest, you can rest. You know,
I'll be here next week. All
right. Sam's going to be here next week for SmackDown. So we'll see you guys next week. I'll see you on Monday, 9 p.m. UK time, a little bit early for you guys. And then myself and Sam will be back on Friday. Anthony will be with you on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. For Sam, I am Dom. We are the Give Me a Hull Yeah podcast. Go and subscribe to the WrestleSphere, our new project coming out in January. There'll be some links. There's some links further up in the comments. Continue to support the Give Me a Hull Yeah podcast. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Go check out the interviews with Killian Day and Alexander Wolf. We've been talking about them. Check out all the stuff we've done. We've done loads of good stuff. Like, subscribe, all that knackers. And we'll see you again. We'll see you again next week. Yeah. Anything else, Sam? You want to add? You want to sign us out?
I was going to say we've only got one more thing to say, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we got to. Okay, yeah, cool. I'm going to count us down like a claymore for those those that don't know. We do the countdown. You guys all know this. Everybody here is here every week, which is lovely. Thank you guys for joining us. It's been wonderful. And we will see you just before the new year. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you next time. Hull yeah! Hull yeah! Hull yeah! Who are we going to have? I don't know. Who? Hull yeah! Hull yeah! I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know what we're going to do. Mick Foley!
This is the hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Well, hello and welcome to Give Me a Hull Yeah. I hope everyone there, right there in Yorkshire, is having a nice day. Bang, bang. Have a nice day. Yeah.